Oh yeah. All right. Welcome. Welcome. Let's start a chat. Let's start a chat. Let's start let's start a chat. Let's get some people in here. And let's see what's going on, man. Hold on. Let me get rid of all this nonsense. I was watching a documentary on Bonnie and Clyde, but also Buford Pusser. I don't know. I mean, people don't even mention that his name is Buford Pusser. If your name was Buford Pusser, would you change your name? I feel like I would change my name. Hi everyone. Wow, we got 149 people already in here. Sweet. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I've got my microphone going tonight. I gave out the link to some various comics gators. If Cecil wants to come in, he can come in. Everybody's invited, but this is just like a regular chat. You know what I'm saying? Hello. Hey. Oh, we got Mitch here. How you doing, Mitch?
I'm great. Fantastic.
It's a good day. It's a good day to be Mitch Brightweiser, but then again, every day is a good day to be Mitch Brightweiser. Mitch, can we agree? The Comicsgate, yeah, it wasn't a good idea, or no, it was a bad idea. Yeah,
It's always a bad idea.
it was a bad idea. Mitch, where do you get your haircut?
Um, at a nice salon in town. I pay money for this.
Yeah.
Not at Supercuts, that's for sure.
Oh my God, can you imagine what they would do to your head at Supercuts?
No, I did it once, and I think they made me look like a page boy, and I had to go shave my head. It was terrible.
You can't let them do that. You can't. They look at your head like it's like a Halloween pumpkin. I mean, they just get a knife and just carve right into your skull. Look what they did to Zach. This is what kills me about Zach. Like Zach goes to Supercuts. Okay, he got this guy. This is a guy who raised $250,000 on a book. Now I understand. I understand he's got expenses. I understand that once it shakes out, it's only going to be about $15 after expenses. Having said that, he's still got money, and he goes to a Supercuts to cut his hair. He just walks in and says, "Hey, just fuck my up, please. Here's $6." That's basically what he does.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I think I've been poor many times in my life. I've been short on money, but I never went to Supercuts.
No. You wouldn't do that. That's just where they put like prison barbers, I think. Basically just people who know how to work head shear clippers just go in there and they just clip your head. I said it before. I was like, all they do in there, it's like they're basically, if you come in there with a whole head of hair, like your head looks like a shaggy dog, they'll mow you down so you won't have to come back in for another 6 months. But they can't. I mean, Zach was getting ready for TV. Now, the best part about it is that he posted pictures on Twitter. He's like, I just went to Supercuts. And first of all, when I saw that he went to Supercuts, I went, whoa, buddy, whoa. But then he takes a picture of the back of his head. By the way, the back of his head looks like my thumb from the front. It's like Zach from the back looks like my thumb from the front. And he had a big wound. They stabbed him right in the back of the head, and he was bleeding and blood all down the back of his head. And he said, they stabbed me, and I told him I wasn't going to give him the $6. And they said, okay.
That's the way they do it in prison, I think.
Yeah, so score. Yeah, exactly.
They stab you, and then you fight over the $6 haircut.
Well, he got away with it. I mean, this is how to get a free haircut.
He got away with it until he got on TV.
That's when people were confused. So that basically, here's how to get a free haircut. Go to Supercuts, let them stab you in the neck, and then refuse to pay. How you doing, Ben Hennessy? Hennessy, what's going on? It's good to have you in here. We got Cautionary Comics in the house.
Hey, how's it going? I'm just learning how to get free haircuts. It's good survival tips.
This is how to do it, man. I'm basically giving you, what are they called? They're not like tips. What are they called? Life hacks.
Life hacks. Exactly.
This is a life hack. Just let them stab you in the neck. Now, people were confused by Zach's appearance on Comedy Central. They thought that he deliberately got a Hitler haircut, but no, he just let a Nazi cut his hair. That's the difference. Hi everyone. Hi in the chat. We've got 562 people in here. Appreciate you all. Love seeing you. We're just gonna let super chatters come in. We got Captain Frugal.
Hi.
Frugal, are you okay?
What everybody wants to know is How many tiki torches does Zach carry in the back of his? Is it a Kia?
He has a Kia. He drives a Kia.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is
what's up
going
with that?
on?
And the socks. The socks. We got to change his sock game. That's a little embarrassing.
I didn't notice his socks. What was his?
Well, no, it's in all his videos. He's got these just cheap white gym socks.
Oh,
You
I
get the guy a
see.
collared shirt, get him some dress socks, get the kid a nice haircut, and then he could probably meet some more ladies and have 4 or 5 more kids.
Yeah, 4 or 5 more kids. Oh my God, that would be. That's not what the world needs. That's not what he needs either. But yeah, so this is a big deal. How you doing, Frugal? Are you all right? I heard you coughing. Are you ill?
I got pretty sick a little bit ago, and I still got the cough from it. It wiped me out pretty good. It's out of years, this has been a rough year.
Why? What's wrong?
Just lots of family stuff, running me ragged and running me dead and tired. So I had a brother that just beat cancer, so that was nice.
That's great.
On the other side, I had an uncle that did not, and he just died yesterday. So. And as well as about everything under the sun thing, just a life though, it makes you stronger. You got to get over it and move on.
You gotta move on. Yeah, I never beat cancer. I beat a Virgo once. Beat his ass. Just
I heard
once
about
though.
that.
Yeah. Beat his ass, dude. And
I've beaten cancer before. I threw him down a flight of steps.
Did you really?
I'm normally what I'd like to say is a nice guy, but we all have our limits, and I'm a family protective guy. And when I was a young man, a guy came into our house and was rough with my mother, and I actually broke a door down with him and threw him down a flight of steps.
Good for you.
Some guy came into your house and was rough with your mom?
Yeah, it's a long story. So, but I'm protective when I need to be. Otherwise, I'm not. I hope everyone knows I'm not a violent, mean-sounding guy. At least I don't think so.
I think you are. I honestly, I think you've got something going on that you're not telling us. I think you probably have some kind of secret life of violence, a secret life of violence. What do you think of that?
Sounds like a great name for a graphic novel.
I think what you see here is what you get with me. So,
yeah. Herpicus McDurpington, thanks for $2. What kind of pie you got tonight? I don't have any. I didn't have any pie. I did take Andrea out to lunch today, guys. A very, very nice lunch. We went to a nice Greek restaurant, and we had. Oh my gosh! I ordered 5 pounds of langoustines. You know what langoustines are?
No.
They're like miniature lobsters. Okay, and then they just kind of like roast them and then cover them with like butter and lemon. I licked that butter, and. They just serve them to you split open. They're fantastic. It's our favorite thing to eat. And then we had some nice lobster pasta with that. That was a fantastic lunch. No pie was involved. They offered me cake. I said, no, thanks. I'm watching my figure. I'm
good for you.
Yeah, I'm watching my figure. The chat calls me fat every single day. Every single day they tell me I'm 5 or 65 XL.
Fat shaming works? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it pisses me off. Is that what it's?
I think it works. Yeah,
they're doing it in love.
My haters call me fat all the time. I think it's the mask makes me look extra big because I'm like 10 pounds overweight, but they love to call me a fat pig and other things. So it's a shame.
Everyone's jealous. Everyone wants to eat langoustines. Well, yeah. I mean, believe me, it really, really, they are good and they're good for you. I believe all seafood is good, even if it's smothered in butter and lemon. It's good for you. It's healthy. If you guys come over here, if you guys come visit Mitch and Elizabeth, I'm going to take you guys out for langoustines. Not Ben, though. Ben, I would take Ben out for barbecue.
Nice.
I would take Captain Frugal out for breakfast. Probably like Benedict, eggs Benedict. What do you think about that? That just seems like like a nice breakfast with Captain Frugal. We talk about things. We would talk about what's going on in the world. Fat shaming doesn't save lives, Ravon Starkiller, no matter what Milo Yiannopoulos says. I'm not sure.
Well, how many pounds have you lost?
0 pounds. 0.
Oh, really? You're just putting on muscle then. Okay.
That's correct. Well, here's the thing. Ava is learning how to count. So I get, and Andrea likes this. She likes to see me do this. Like I'll get down on the floor and I'll just do 10 push-ups, and like counting 1, 2, 3. You guys know how the rest goes. Ava claps her hands. She loves it. And then when I stop, she gets upset, and she wants me to do 10 more. So little Ava is becoming a drill sergeant in the house. I got to constantly be doing push-ups.
Aloha.
Two things pushed me to start working out again. One was when I was complaining about something hurt, and I forgot what it was, and Edwin said I need to go into beast mode. So that was one. And the other one, I was playing basketball with Little Frugal, and he called me old man.
Oh my God.
I said, "Oh, this has got to change."
Call me old man all the time. What is this? What's Mike got? How you doing, Mike S. Miller?
I'm doing well. How are you, brother?
I'm good. Let me see what Joe holding up. I missed it. Talk and hold that up.
Oh, me?
No, Mike.
Oh,
I didn't. All I got, my hands. That was Mitch holding that thing up.
yeah. I'm sitting here
I
sketching.
got confused. Oh, what were you doing?
I'm sketching Red Rooster drawings. Yeah, while we chat.
Oh, wait a minute, we got
Okay.
Mike here. Hey, Mike, before you get too involved, can you
Nice.
prove your Comicsgate cred, please?
Hold on a second. It's in my pocket.
No, I'm just kidding. By the way, I love seeing your artwork that you've been posting up. All you guys, it's been awesome lately.
Thank you.
I think we should all get matching supercut haircuts.
I would do
I'm
it
gonna
if you
pass.
guys did. No. Hold on a second. What if, in solidarity to Zach, what if as a fundraiser, we all agreed to go to Supercuts and just say "Garsh up" to the whoever, like the most degenerate looking barber there. If we just went in there and live streamed us getting our hair f***ed up at Supercuts, what do you think of that idea?
Would they cut
It
my
had to be-
mask?
A lot of money.
I think I have a little more investment in that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, no, they could trim
This
you.
would take a while to get back.
No, they could just give you a trim. It's just normally what. Do you get a haircut? You get your haircut every now and then?
Yeah, I cut about a foot off every couple of years.
Okay, well, I mean, you just go in there and say, "Hey, I just need a trim," and then let somebody at Supercuts just give you a trim. Would you do that or no?
I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this particular venture.
This is why you're not Comicsgate. This is why This is why everyone is just like Mike S. Miller. I mean, he comes in with his poster. You got to participate. When we say get your haircut, we mean get your fucking haircut at Supercuts. Do it for the fans.
How about if I let him shave my legs?
They don't want to do that, dude. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to what's going on right now. Yeah,
I'm fairly certain shaving your head or cutting your hair is irrelevant.
No, it isn't. It's very relevant, and I'm going to gatekeep everyone who doesn't do it. Yes.
You're taking me back to my rock and roll days where I used to have my hair grown down to my butt. So I'm getting a little jealous. Now I just got a bunch of gray.
Yeah, didn't it get annoying when you'd like lean your butt against a wall and your head would be like, because your hair's stuck against your butt, between your butt and the wall?
Absolutely. It always get caught in everything. And if I'd be writing or drawing something, my hair would get in the way.
Oh, swimming's the worst. It gets all wrapped around your arms and stuff. Nobody else knows what we're talking about.
I think it would be a good idea for everyone to kind of get involved with this. I think, well, obviously Zach will do it. He hasn't learned his lesson, so obviously
he should pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to get interviewed and know they're going to be on camera and gets that haircut?
I know. Yeah, I know. Well, he didn't know what that was going to be. He didn't know what that interview was going to be like. What were your impressions, guys, of that interview? I would like to know, Mike, what you thought of that video clip.
Oh, it was just a hatchet job. It was ridiculous. I thought it made the interviewer look bad, and I think I'm fairly objective about it. I mean, as much as I can be. I thought it just made him look bad, not Zach. I mean, he tried to make Zach look bad, but he made himself look like a jackass in the process, in my opinion.
That's your opinion?
Yeah.
What about you, Mitch? What were your thoughts on that interview? Did you watch it first of all?
I did watch it. Elizabeth and I both watched it, and I'm reminded why I haven't turned on a TV in several years because it was. I was embarrassed for everybody that watched it and produced it and went on the show. So I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah. What did you think, Ben?
I thought that it was great. I thought that I would do it. I mean, that's a lot of eyes on the issues that we're bringing to light of what the entertainment industry is becoming, the issues that we're seeing. And as you saw from the likes on the YouTube video, there's 4,000 down and 2,000 up, right? So that's a lot. To me, what that tells me is that's a lot of people that are dissatisfied with the entertainment that they have served to them.
Yeah, the likes versus dislikes ratio on that bar ends up looking like a lightsaber. I mean, the dislikes are the blade of the lightsaber, and the likes are the hilt. I mean, it's pretty severe.
Yeah.
Which is reassuring, Captain Frugal. It makes me think that everything that we're doing is working. It's working. What do you think of that?
Yeah. Well, I think absolutely. Everything they do like that, with even though it was a hatchet job, it brings more attention. And if you look, I don't think it gave them the attention that they were hoping to receive. Look at how many negative, comments were made, all the dislikes. It brought attention to it, but they even really didn't vilify him well. If anything, it made a little bit of a jokey situation out of a serious situation and gave him a bigger platform. So I think this is only the beginning. We're going to be seeing him more and more with opportunities, as well as other YouTubers like yourself. And I think you're all making great strides. I think we're proving how people can work together and achieve something good.
I'm going to go on Alex Jones, guys. I might just stay friendly with the right wing. I mean, I might just go to. I'm talking about going on Alex Jones. I want to talk to him and make an argument for why the frogs aren't gay.
If anyone can do it, you can do it.
I can do it. I mean, I feel like I can show him that the frogs are all men. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. People in the chat are saying this was a good day for Comicsgate. A good day. Let's see. Let me read some of these super chats, by the way, guys. They're coming in like crazy. So Bagel Goose wants to know, where are the hats, Mitch? Where are the hats?
I was just talking about them today with somebody. So we're going to make it happen. I've just been so wrapped up in this campaign. So that's the next stage, is merchandising. So that's a phase 2.
Alex G, $2. Cyberfrog Volume 3, Issue 14 is my favorite. So tasty. Volume 3, Issue 14. That doesn't exist. Gojirify, thank you for. Do you mean page 14?
Well, Ethan, it might exist. Maybe it's coming from the future, and this is a prediction.
Now that is encouraging. That is encouraging. If we get to Volume 3, Issue 14 in the future, that means good things for Cyberfrog. Gojirify, thanks for $2. Hair Matters, thanks a lot for ruining my night. Redbeard, thanks for $2. How's the hangover, EVS? Did the pie fix it? I got drunk last night on the High Council. Now, people who followed the show, Mike S. Miller will tell you, he knows me as a very sober man. Mm-hmm. He would say, if you ask Mike S. Miller, tell me one thing about Ethan Van Sciver, he would say sober as a judge. True or false?
True. Absolutely.
Okay, so not last night. Last night I opened a bottle of wine and enjoyed myself. And I was telling Andrew, I was like, listen, have you ever been drunk and like you're fully aware that you're drunk and you're like, I can't appear to be drunk, and so you're fighting it and trying to sound normal?
I have never had that experience.
That's just the beginning stages of drunk. Once you get to the point where you're drunk and you no longer realize that you're drunk, then you're just blotto.
And then you're fun.
I spent all last night just going like, I got to just sound normal and funny and regular so that these guys don't know I'm drunk. They all knew I was drunk. I was slurring my words and everything. And they're like, how much has Uncle Ethan been drinking? A whole bottle of wine, just one bottle of wine. But I didn't get a hangover. I don't get hangovers. I'm Dutch. It's like, we can drink.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big deal.
I had a bottle and a half of whiskey when I was on with Mitch the other night, but I was celebrating Ravage, kill me.
Is Ravage over?
Ravage is still up. You can buy it. It became the online store, but yeah, the campaign was wrapped up.
That's great, man. How'd you do? How'd you end up?
Oh my gosh, 245% of percent. It's like I think we're at 39,000 or so. We have already number 2 funded.
That is
Awesome.
exciting. 39,000. That's very, very exciting. That is awesome. Now, I'm very excited also to see Red Rooster. Let me just double check. I should get these things up here and just see where we're at with everything.
Speaking of Rooster, I think we got somebody else in here.
Oh,
Who do we got?
Hello.
Oh, it's Nerd Wonder. How you doing, Nerd Wonder?
Oh, I'm doing well. How about you?
Just great. I thought we'd invite a girl in for once. It's always a guy. It's always a guy fest.
I thought that was the rule.
Yeah, there goes the sausage fest.
I just broke the rules. Sorry. I got
Nice.
the loud thing.
We can throw that rule away now.
Right.
Nerd Wonder, is it true or untrue that you created Comicsgate?
I wonder.
I heard it was true. I heard it was your name. It was something that you came up with. No, or
It's always a mystery, really, but I can confirm I was there from day one.
excellent. Very glad to have you here. Red Rooster, by the way, Golden Age is up to $102,679. We are way past the 6-figure point. We're working towards something substantial here. We're almost done, though. We've only got 10 days left on Red Rooster Golden Age. So if you haven't backed Red Rooster Golden Age, I think it's time for you to do that. Joyzy is saying that Ethan is throwing his voice. So Joyzy basically hears Nerd Wonder and thinks that Nerd Wonder is me doing an impersonation.
I think you'd have to sit on your ball sack to get that high.
I am.
Oh.
So it is possible. Yeah. Nerd Wonder, you can confirm that you are not me and I am not you.
I am definitely not you.
Because I'm pretty sure
He can't make his voice this squeaky.
I totally did that with my hand, like a sock puppet, while that was going on, by the way. I just want you to know. Nerd Wonder is basically my lamb chop. If I were Sherry Lewis, I'm not Sherry Lewis, though. I'm not. But if I was, Nerd Wonder would basically be a lamb chop character.
I have googly eyes.
naturally.
All right, look. Okay, so I had no pie. Just to finish that off, there's no pie. Heather C for $5, thank you, says stop defaming Supercuts. It was easy cuts. Zach didn't even want to spend Supercuts money. He's that cheap. Can someone please do some research for me and find out what it costs to get a haircut at Easy Cuts as opposed to Supercuts? Is there anyone who can get on the computer and
I can actually look that up.
would you please?
That is spelled with an E-Z, C-U-T-Z.
Yeah, it's EZ, like
Yikes.
the letters EZ.
That's where he went.
Man,
that's
last
good.
time I had a haircut at Supercuts, it was $8.
Wow.
Really?
I
Yeah, it was like the 80s, I
It
think.
looks like, I was about to say, it looks like you haven't had a haircut since about 1985.
Okay, here we go.
I just have a friend cut it, so it doesn't cost me anything.
Really? Andrea cut my beard today. It was nice. It was nice. She got in there, gave me a nice beard detail, and she got my eyebrows too. She
Did
said,
she
"Your
wax her nose hairs?
She pulled some. No, she cut some out. She cut some out. She said there were like 2 in there that were too long, and she got scissors in there and got them.
Only
but,
2?
Only 2. Yeah, there aren't that many. I mean, Cecil. Don't listen to him. But she got in there. She said your eyebrows are growing like an old man's now. You ever see Bernie Wrightson? In the last 10 years, like Bernie Wrightson had those crazy eyebrows. Mine are doing that now. They're growing up like the Wolfman.
Does she shave your back too?
She has.
Yeah.
She has. Yeah,
that's a real woman when they shave your back for you.
Yeah. But I actually like to go and get my back waxed.
Oh.
Now that is agony. I will do a live stream getting my back waxed.
Let's not pretend we did.
I'm going to do it now. You guys brought it up. You guys dared me. You guys brung it up.
I
brought
will
it
never
up.
do that. And I refuse to shave my chest too.
Well, I mean, your chest is one thing, but your back is another thing. I mean,
Ugh.
you don't want to have a disgusting hairy back. I mean,
I do. I say Neanderthal and proud.
That's right.
Yeah. Somebody says the Fire Dragon says real men take pride in body hair. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes in some ways, but not if it's unsightly. You don't want it to be unsightly. Is that
I have supercut prices. I got
okay?
that.
Okay.
Lowest they go is around $14.
Oh,
14.
see,
That's expensive.
yeah,
Highway
and see,
robbery.
his
That's cheap.
Indiegogo didn't get enough money to support that.
No, all right. Now let's compare that. So that's the high end. If you're gonna splurge, you go to Supercuts. As I understand it from Heather C, Easy Cuts is a step below that. Like it's yeah. So we want to find out about Easy Cuts, please. Blue Satoshi, thanks for $5. Got an idea for drawing DCAU's versions of Hawk Girl and Solomon Grundy reenacting the climax to Of Mice and Men. That's too heavy for me. That you
I know
guys.
that story.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can deal with that.
I think it's based on they're talking about what is it, Justice League Unlimited, that she had to go and get rid of him old Yeller style.
Yeah.
Jensk 101 says, Ethan, do they use soy wax at your metrosexual salon? It's not even a metrosexual salon. It's, my God, what a thing to say. It's a bar, it's a barber. They do that. They'll do that for you. Most men do that, I think. Most men. Right?
They've got it wrong. The haircut place should be football on the big screens in a full loaded bar while you get your hair cut by good looking ladies.
No. That's just not it. I mean, no, they play a little Sinatra. They're all men. Men are the ones who are cutting your hair and giving you a shave and everything. Because it's like the old West, It's like old time. How does a woman know how to cut your hair? You're a man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a good point. I like the old classic.
Called The Art of Shaving, and they have people that take care of your beard. That's a little B. Hennessy secret for everybody out there.
Yeah, the art of shaving is good stuff. The art of shaving is good stuff.
I go there about once a month to get my beard done.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Like a pet. I take care of it like a pet.
All right, hang on. I'm looking up Lone Star's Indiegogo here. I'm going to get everyone's Indiegogo on the screen tonight, and we're going to talk about how everyone's doing here. Lone Star right now, $28,982.
Oh, it went up.
It is,
Nice.
yeah, of course it is, because you're on my show.
True.
Yeah, if you guys haven't backed Lone Star yet, I want to get Mike to 30 grand tonight. I think that would be pretty cool. He's got 18 days left. If you guys haven't backed Lone Star Heart of the Hero, what is Lone Star Heart of the Hero even about?
Lone Star Heart of the Hero is about an ex-soldier who was drafted into a war against the things that go bump in the night.
Nice. Very cool.
I won't say I want his mask.
How does it? What?
Oh,
I want his mask.
You want his mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can make that happen after the second Indiegogo.
Just make a bunch of mess. I got guys. Somebody reached out to me, and I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but if he is, I want you to think about this. Somebody reached out to me that basically is making like chess pieces of independent comic book characters. He wants to make Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. I think he should make Red Rooster. I think he should make Lone Star. Maybe make Trump. Make Trump. But they make chess pieces. They sell them. So it would be pretty cool. They're not really chess pieces. They're just
like
miniature little. No. They're statues. They're like the Dungeons and Dragons pieces. Remember that you would paint. Okay.
Oh, chess! I thought you said chest.
Chess. Yeah.
Chess pieces. Oh, that'd be
So
cool.
what would your chess piece be then? Would you be a rook, a king, a queen? Yeah.
Lone Star's a knight.
A knight.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just think it'd be a cool thing. We'll get those done and
That'd be
and sell
sick.
them online.
Comicsgate chessboard. Yeah.
Who are the
Yeah,
pawns?
and
Are they all
All
SJWs?
the
be
FCWs.
SJWs will be the other side, and it'll be 4D chess because that's how we play it. That's it's all
There you
4D
go.
chess.
There's also somebody that reached out to me they probably reached out to all you guys as well to do a RPG game with events and characters in an RPG game like Cyberfrog and Red Rooster, or events like they get sucked into the land of the Protectory, lose 30 points, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm looking into it.
You
Uh,
should. We should get the rest of the indies on there too. That'd
Yeah,
be.
they're talking to tons of people. They said.
Everyone should do it. Everyone should, except for Zach. And this is a question about Zach from L Argo 30, $1.99. Does Zach have a lazy eye? It looked like he did. I'm going to turn that question over to Nerd Wonder. What do you think?
Sorry, I was reading the chat. What did you say?
Oh, you're not paying attention. Look, L Argo 30, $1.99 says, does Zach have a lazy eye? It looked like he did. And then he put an insulting emoji.
I'm gonna have to say there is a running around joke, which I I do believe is pretty accurate, that he kind of sort of looks like a gecko, and he does. He kind of no wait a chameleon.
Cyberzak.
Those are the ones with the weird eyes. He kind of looks like one. If you look at him, yes, he is a gecko. He's like a little chameleon, except he doesn't change colors. He just kind of makes weird dad jokes.
There you go, Ethan. You can go on. What's that show you're going to go on? Talk about Zach as a
Alex
lizard man.
Jones. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is a lizard man. Say,
He's a lizard man.
I looked at him and
What's his name? Alex Jones, and tell him you'll freak out.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of news for you, Alex Jones. I got a lot of theories for you. We're putting them together here in the chat. Panboy Lando Soy Child Dong Lover, $5. Our boy Zach's bad hair day is legendary. Condolences to Captain Frugal. Hope he feels better. So that's everyone hopes you feel better in the chat. Well hung in dong, 2 pounds. Ethan, the best way to get pie out of double XL panties. What the hell? I don't. These questions are inappropriate. Redbeard. Well, these people think I wear panties and or that I shop for panties online. Because, let me explain why. No, I don't. No wonder I don't. Let me explain why. Because here's why. Because I make these videos that read news articles, and they're saying that the articles, the ads that show up within the articles are embedded there because of my search history. And the other day, one of the articles was women's panties. And so they're saying, well, you must have been searching for women's panties. I wasn't searching for women's panties. What would I be searching for women's panties for?
Well, just be happy it wasn't tentacle porn.
I don't, definitely not. Thank God for that. But I mean, I don't know why women's panties would be on my search browser history. That's not what I'm looking for. So they're saying they're 2XL, and they're saying that I spilled pie on them.
Are you saying you've never bought your wife panties?
I've never.
I haven't either, so I can't say anything.
They say on them or in them, because that's two different events.
They are.
I've bought my wife panties. I'll admit it.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just never have.
There isn't.
Redbeard, $5. EVS, Jim Jeffries did the same to Jordan Peterson. Hit job. DNC should have been aware. By the way, would Rainbow Brute use a light bright toy? How? He would use it to. He would break it over Cheer Bear's head. I guess. I don't know. I heard about that. I heard Jim Jeffries did a hit job on Jordan Peterson. Did any of you guys see this? Did you guys know who this guy was before?
I had no idea. I don't watch these
I don't know
clowns.
anything about these guys. Like, I technically haven't watched Comedy Central in how many years?
I don't even have cable. I just watched that online because of Richard being on it. So
I didn't even really see it. I just kind of skimmed, and I was like, this is going to be such great meme material. And it was.
I thought it was great because we posted up John De La Rosa's blog with the What is Comicsgate article on there, and then everybody went and liked it. So it's got I don't know how many likes it's got now, but it's stuck to the top of that thread. So so everyone can get a real, an honest look at what Comicsgate is rather than just the stupid hit piece.
I think next time Richard goes to an interview, he should bring a model of the trebuchet, and that when they ask him why he brought it, just say, "I'm sizing you up."
Yeah, that's my thing. I don't know if Zach agrees with my trebuchet plan. I don't know if I've never asked him. I've never said, how do you feel about the trebuchet? But I'll bet you anything he doesn't like it. Like, we kind of disagree about some stuff. I mean, I just threaten people with the yes. Of course he's wrong. Trebuchet for all of them. All of them line up. You're all getting flung into the air. And I don't care where you land. That's the other thing I tell these SJWs. I don't give a shit where you land after I fling you into the air.
I thought the goal was
I'm going to
orbit.
disagree with you. Yeah, I have to
You
say
wouldn't
right to the
land
sun.
Well,
One from right to the sun.
okay, look, I'll be honest with you. Our budget for the trebuchet might be a little light. Might be a little low. NASA has come back with estimates for a trebuchet that will fling them to Mars. It does require the use of the space shuttle and one of the space shuttle's booster rockets in order to get Pablo Hidalgo into orbit. Now, I don't really care. Like, to me, I'm like, price is no object because I'm just going to crowdfund it anyway. I think I can probably raise $7 or $8 billion, if the objective is to shoot Pablo Hidalgo into orbit.
Well, I think your mistake there is you're using the wrong kind of propellant. You should use the Rage and Hot Air from Mark Wade, and it'll be free.
That's a good.
So like a weather balloon, you get it way up there.
You should also not be asking NASA. You should be asking Elon Musk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'd be far cheaper.
I think he's working on it. Have you seen his tweets? He's working on something.
He's trying to get off the planet.
Exactly.
I got to get John Malin in here. Hold on a second.
Yes, please. I haven't talked to him in a while.
John, I see you in the chat. I'm sending you the link.
Hey,
gotta get you in here.
Ethan, did you see that Art T-Bear was on my show yesterday?
Was he really?
Yeah, and he's getting all kinds of crap from his friends for being on my show.
Well, I warned him about that.
And it wasn't anything even about Comicsgate or anything. It was just two guys, two old pros, inking and talking comics.
Are you controversial, Mike? I'm still trying to figure out why everyone is so controversial. I mean, I know Ethan wants to build trebuchets and fling people into the sun. I mean, that could be mildly controversial.
I don't think so. I've encountered no resistance to that. Zero.
Well, wait till you try to load them on the trebuchet. There might be some mild resistance.
Oh, we'll see.
That's all right. We have guns.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Gojirified, $2 more hair, less fat. These people are. Chelly Roberts, $1.99. Seriously, why do you put up with us, Uncle Ehe? Because I love you all. That's why. Obi-Wan, thanks for $2. Did you dip the langoustine in Lando Lakes? I'm not sure the brand of the butter. I assume it was real butter though. It was very good. Jason Pirtle, thanks for $5. Go to Supercuts and ask for the Ryan Johnson perfectly round bowl cut. Wow. Yeah, I should just bring a picture of Ryan Johnson and say, "Do this to me," and make it hurt. Like, that would be a good thing to do at Supercuts. People Circus, 2 pounds. Did the barber just place the leftover hair on him? Now, that might explain what happened to diversity in comics. You just sweep the floor and glue it to his head.
Since the nature of the conversation, and Ethan, I hear you and I get picked on a lot about having dad jokes.
Yeah.
And due to light of the situation, how do hairstylists speed up their job?
I don't know.
They take shortcuts.
Oh, good Lord. All right, Captain Fruit, I want to introduce you to this trebuchet. Put one foot into this loop. You're going over those trees for that joke right there.
I warned you about dad jokes.
I know. It's fair enough. Ron Navy, thanks for $1.99. Shave his legs and pantyhose. Might do instead. No. Jacob Beal, thanks for $2. Can we just call it Comics YouTube scene? No, it's Comicsgate. Governor Tarkin, thanks for $1.99. EVS, are you watching your figure grow into a 3XL? No, I'm Bryce Buell, thanks for $5. You're all looking fit. Ethan, you're especially looking jacked. Thank you. Proud backer of all the artists showcased tonight. Bless you all. So tonight we've got a lot of amazing. Oh, John Malin's here. Hi, John.
Hey, Ethan. Hello, everyone.
Hey, John.
Hello.
Everyone melts. No, I didn't skip anyone's super chat. I'm getting them all. Don't worry. John Malin is basically one of the most beloved figures of Comicsgate. He's quiet, when he does speak, he packs a punch. John, you work closely with diversity in comics.
Sure.
Sure, I do. What was your impression? Nobody works closely with diversity in comics. Nobody. What was your impression of that hard-hitting interview on
I thought it was great. So I think it's going to do a lot of good for the Comicsgate community, because I think that it's just going to launch even more attention. It's going to become a bigger thing. So more people are going to watch that. They're going to cringe a little bit, but even Jawbreakers started going up today. So
Nice.
yeah, so I really don't see much of a downside. I think the great thing about Richard is that he can take a hit, even look the fool, and come out of it still good. So I don't think it does any lasting damage or anything at all to what we're trying to do at all.
So Edwin Boyette, I have a question. Is it Edwin Boyette has joined us? Is it the Army? Is it service in the Army that allows you people like DNC to have no shame, so that he can stand up under that kind of pressure?
Well, you kind of get put through the ringer, right? And I think he was in the Army and in the Marines, so he's been through it twice and been in combat zones, had people shoot at him. Having some kind of scruffy face potato sack, do a hit piece on him probably isn't going to hold him down for all that long.
So what you're saying is we should all get shot at, and then we can handle anything.
Yeah.
It'll put things in perspective for you.
What did you think, Edwin? What were your thoughts when you watched that hard-hitting piece of journalism on Comedy Central? What were your impressions?
Well, I think if you're going to try and sell somebody as Mr. Evil supervillain, hyper bigot, and he kind of looks like Comics Dad, like he just came from his IT job.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a smiley, kind of bug-eyed dude with a
smiley kind of bug-eyed dude
with an absolutely fabulous haircut. Got the supercut special. Yeah. My wife was just giving the wolf whistle. He's not really the right guy to paint into that, to make somebody supervillain. Yeah. So they were selling mighty hard, but I don't think so.
I got to go get a haircut here, and because I got to go to Texas for a convention in like 2 weeks, and now I'm kind of dreading that if I go out to this convention and if I have a bad haircut, this might haunt me.
Are you going to RTX?
John, we're all getting matching haircuts. You're not aware of this yet.
John, are you going to RTX?
Bell County.
Oh, okay.
4th and 5th.
What if I can go and see you?
Yeah, hop a plane.
Is that part of the thing that you're doing for Jawbreakers? Is Diversity Comics going to that with you and Brett, or what?
We talked about it being part of that, but I don't think we're going to, because I think Brett would have a hard time getting there. So
why? He doesn't have to walk.
I think it's a workload right now. So.
Oh, yeah, he's got to get his stuff done, dude.
Yeah, because I made it a point that I really wanted to have Jawbreakers completely wrapped before I left for this convention. So right now I'm on track for that. So,
but he's not, is he? He's lagging behind, isn't he, John?
Well, he's going to be behind. He's doing colors. I don't know to what extent. So,
John, how bad are you pissed off right now at how slow Brett is?
I'm sensing a theme here.
Not mad at all. Brett is doing a fantastic job.
All right,
I'd
Brett,
like to stick up for John that he's a very, very nice guy. Matter of fact, Little Frugal misses you, and he said he wants to see you again.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Tell him I said hello.
I hope Little Frugal doesn't refer to your...
No. That's my son.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Man, you're going to have
son and I got to.
I'm glad you finally cleared that up.
You're going to have to load yourself in your own trebuchet after that.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Redbeard, $2. Why doesn't RR have a waffle under his neck? Why? RR. Red Rooster.
Yeah. That would be disgusting. Yeah, that's really the only reason. Doesn't look very heroic.
Okay, that's a good enough reason, pretty much. Gojurified, thanks for $2. Comicsgate goes to the gym if Cyberfrog hits 465K. No, I'm saying that we can come up with a standard. We can come up with some level for one of the projects, not mine, somebody else's, in which we all go to Easy Cuts and get a haircut like Zach.
Oh hell no!
That includes you, Nerd Wonder. I don't even know what you look like, but you're gonna get your hair cut like Zach's.
No, I'm too cute for that.
Well, you can dye it
Yeah.
blue, and then you'll look like an SJW. Oh my god! Just shave the sides of your head and dye the top blue.
I,
You look
I don't
great.
know that my hair would take on the form of Zach's hair. I think it would go bad.
Well, the truth is, we don't have to actually get our hair cut like Zach. We just have to get our hair cut at Easy Cuts. You do have to take one for the team. You have to go put your hair in the hands of some former prison barber with some kind of record, some kind of criminal record themselves. Is everybody willing to do that for Comicsgate?
What's the goal?
I'll volunteer one of my kids to do it.
No, you're doing it. And the goal is $50,000 for Lone Star and $120,000 for Red Rooster.
Oh, no way.
They're
No.
gonna make it. They're
That's
gonna
not
make it no
enough.
matter what. That is just immediately you just wanting us to get shaved bald. That's what you're wanting.
Well, then what? Then what? I'll listen.
Mitch, your haircut is like a
Well,
3-month
okay.
investment.
There
Well,
is.
I just
think,
want to understand
three
this. Make
others.
sure this is clear. It doesn't have to be a cut like Zach's. You just have to go
yeah.
in.
You have to go get cut.
I have
You go to Supercuts and say, I want a bad haircut.
You
my
can go
son
ahead.
got me a haircut because it was cheap and it did not end well.
It's not
So
going to cost. Well, this is the thing. You can go get it fixed after you're done. You just have to go get up just once at Easy Cuts and do it for Zach. That's all I'm saying.
Then we have to up the bounty a bit more.
I don't mind doing that.
I'm willing to do it for
Two other Indiegogos that are going around, which are part of the Comicsgate, and one is Stardust,
Oh yeah.
and I think we should put
NASA.
that one up there. And I believe Jack Irons is still going on.
Okay. I don't even know that guy. What's Jack Irons?
So good.
Is it good?
the rocks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Cloud Atlas, man. It's got a cool.
Let me reintroduce everyone to the chat. We've got 1,179 people watching. It's kind of a slow night. It's going to build, I'm sure. So let me reintroduce everyone. Everyone in the chat, I want you to meet Comicsgate. Some Comicsgaters here. We've got the great Mitch Brightweiser.
Hello, everyone. Back Red Rooster on Indiegogo. 10 days left.
We've got our only girl here for the sake of diversity. We've got our girl. She is Nerd Wonder.
I like hugs.
Yay. We've got the great John Malin. John, thank you for coming tonight.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for having me again, Ethan.
Oh, it's really a pleasure. It's great to have you here. Edwin Boyette.
Aloha.
And then there's me. And then there's Ben Hennessy from Cautionary Comics.
Hey, everybody.
Captain Frugal.
Captain Frugal reporting for duty.
And then Blacklist. Is it Blacklist Universe? Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Okay, from Blacklist Universe. That's the name of his YouTube channel. Mike S. Miller.
Lone Star Squadron.
Right on. So that's everyone that's in the chat right now. Steve Dye says Malin's a man's man. I don't disagree.
I don't know why I'm getting this reputation.
Of being a man's man? Why do you think? Why would you guess?
I'm a really tough man's man for some reason. I don't know. I don't dip into what's going on in the community with the Twitter wars enough to really know what's being said about me, but I appreciate it.
You don't get involved anymore. You were involved. Do you feel like you backed away?
Oh no, I've been busy. I just wanted to make sure that Jawbreakers was getting as much attention as I could give it and get it done on time. So in a week I'll be done with it, and I'll return to social media to a certain degree. Yeah.
All right. What are you going to do after Jawbreakers right away? Because I know, listen, Zach loves you. I know there's going to be Jawbreakers too. You're going to do it with Brett. You guys have become kind of a team. Are you willing to do that?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, the Jawbreakers went very well. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't continue at some point with a follow-up. Double
rate. That's what you do. Like, after you've had one success, you go and renegotiate, double rate. I'm totally fucking with Zach tonight. I'm ruining his whole life. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think Jawbreakers 2 would be nice. He's doing all these little spin-off books right now, these spin-off projects. I don't think anybody is going to be as excited about those as they are about the prospect of the original team getting back together again. and doing it again. This time fighting Godzilla. I don't know. I don't know. You guys need to get kind of huddle up and come up with a new idea.
Yeah, we'll be getting a game plan together here pretty quick. So right now, I just have to get this wrapped up. I got some commissions for my Patreons to do, and then design work for whatever it is we're rolling into. So
Yeah, right on. Let's see. Peephole Circus says Zach is a vet. They called the crazies grown-ups. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. John Trotter, thanks for $1. Appreciate that. Sierra Whiskey, thanks for $1.99. I don't want to hear more about. No, I do want. Oh my God, I want to hear more about Lone Star. Sounds cool. I thought he was going to say I don't want to hear more about Lone Star. I was going to be like, Fuck you. The floor is yours. Tell this guy more about Lone Star.
Well, Lone Star is he was a World War II Navy fighter pilot and test pilot, kind of like an old Hal Jordan. And he was tasked with going over with his squadron, his buddies and stuff, to take out the German Übermensch called the Iron Cross. In the process, he was mortally wounded. Did manage to take down the Iron Cross, but he was mortally wounded, and given the opportunity to undergo procedure that would save his life and make him something more than human. But in return, he would be marked killed in action, and he would be drafted into this small corps of monster hunters that serve the government in a very secret capacity, going around hunting down and destroying the things that go bump in the night. So sort of a Captain America meets Supernatural is the easiest way to boil that down.
Somebody points out in the chat, by the way, Mike, I want to make use of your talent. Would you draw something for us?
While we're talking?
Yeah. Somebody points out that Zach was called Garbage Human on this interview, on this hard-hitting interview for Comedy Central. Garbage Human is a great name for a supervillain.
Somebody's been learning from Anita.
Anita Sarkeesian, another great name for a supervillain, or a pit from Star Wars that they kick people into. I wonder if there's any way, Mike, that you would quickly design Garbage Human for us.
I'm gonna move into my room, grab my Wacom tablet, and I'll do these things for you.
Okay. Nice. Somebody says he was called Garbage Person. Garbage Person is fine too, but Garbage Human is an even better name. I mean, I would love to have a character named Garbage Human, and Garbage Human. That's actually let me actually clue you in on something. An Indiegogo campaign about a comic book called Garbage Human would make a ton of money. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's so internet. That is so internet. It would totally rock to do that.
Steal that character from my comic book.
One of the books that I'll reveal this. I was up in the air about which comic book I was going to do. I have a bunch of different ideas. I was going to create a Flash ripoff called Mean Streak, because Richard Johnson of Bleeding Cool says that I have a mean streak, and he put out a whole article. His hit piece about me was called "The Return of Ethan Van Sciver's Mean Streak." So I just thought, my God, I'm going to have a book called Ethan Van Sciver's Mean Streak, and he'd be a badass speedster.
Has there ever been a human being more aptly named than Dick Johnson?
Well, he certainly
doesn't
does
have
play
any
the
balls.
Yeah. You know, he is. I think Garbage Human should be Richard Johnson.
That's his code name. Dick Johnson, the Garbage Human.
The funny thing with that cat, Dickie Johnson, Dickie J. If you go back about 5 years, he actually writes with a little bit of nuance. So I guess somewhere along the way, he figured out his shtick was to write this nonsense for rage clicks, right? So I think his only principle is the Ferengi principle.
Well, you have to give him credit. He does write fiction.
Yeah.
He definitely does write fiction. By the way, where is my article Where is my new article from Rich Johnson? Rich Johnson, where is my new article? Why have you not written an article about me?
You're busy drawing about Richard and his amazing video, I'm guessing.
Well, actually, has Bleeding Cool reported on the massive success of Cyberfrog? Have they mentioned how much money you've raised?
No.
Huh.
Of course not.
Now, why would that be? Aren't they a comics journalism and reporting site?
Yes. Yes.
With a straight
Cyberfrog is Cyberfrog the single most successful crowdfunded comic?
Of all
Yes.
time.
You would think
Without
that
question.
would be something that serious journalist, right, or someone with integrity would want to consider talking about it.
Well,
since
he
it's
would be
such a
quick to-
massive phenomenon, right?
He'd be quick to tell you he is not a real journalist.
Oh,
He
okay.
would tell you that's his whole. I'm not a journalist. He says.
He's
I never
a
went to.
muckraker.
Yeah, I never went to journalism school. He wears his agenda on his sleeve. He is quite proud of who and what he is. I mean, so that's I never put that past him. But I am waiting for my article because I can't even tell you. I promise I'd be quiet about it.
Well, it seems like that there hasn't been any articles about anybody that's involved recently in Comicsgate. I think they're trying to keep as much attention from us as possible because they're starting to realize all they've done is fueled the fire and gave you guys more sales.
We're blowing up. We're
So
blowing
I'll
up.
share a little secret. Who wants to hear a little secret?
What's the secret?
Yeah, always.
So I had a couple of big websites that were talking to me early on when they thought that it was more of an SJW book, right? With, names like Chuck it was part of it, right? 'Cause I was an unknown commodity. All of that quickly it dried up, right? So I got a lot of information from those companies saying, well, once they found out, they just totally squashed it. They just walked away. Other reporting, other news outlets are taking notice of it, and I've been interviewed. So we'll see.
Oh, like
Nice.
not comic book related outlets, like
Not
real
comic
news
book
outlets.
Nope. Business.
Very, very interesting. See, I was wondering for a time. So this seems to be all ideologically motivated. Then I was wondering if it was like a financial reason, like maybe
No.
they were getting a little money that we didn't know about to not do certain things.
Well, it might be absolutely, but it was absolutely going to be reported on and then squashed.
Hey everyone, Nerd Wonder's drawing something over there. By the way, guys in the chat who have not subscribed to Nerd Wonder, you should do it. She's great. She's a good artist. Nerd, what are you drawing?
Just a drunk lady.
A drunk lady. Beautiful. Mike, how's your drawing going? Did you start?
I've just started trying to work on something a little sludgy. Garbage person, right?
Garbage human or garbage person.
Garbage. Yes.
Very nice.
Or should I make him look like Richard?
No, I
Bug
don't
his eyes out.
I think garbage human. You could kind of make him sort of like Richard if you. It's up to you. This is artistic interpretation.
Yeah.
But he's got to have a
Take
classy.
offense to it. He'd probably have fun with it.
He's got to have a classy haircut.
Mhm.
Maybe three pubic hairs coming off the side of his head or something.
Don't forget the few nose hairs and ear hairs in there too.
Yeah.
Hey, Vince Rush Art, thanks for $1.99. He says this movement is great. Can't wait for the books. I couldn't agree with you more. Anyone who spends any time with Comicsgate is impressed with our angelic optimism and positivity.
Absolutely.
Oh,
We have
And we're all drawing tonight. We're all entertaining you in our own way. I'm sitting here drawing while we're talking. This is a draw stream. That's what it's become.
Yay.
John Malin. Are you drawing?
No, I stopped to come on here, so I'm doing well. I was thinking though, because all the campaigns are more or less, the larger ones are all more or less closing in the next week and a half. It's almost like the first wave is done, and then it's gearing up to see what the second wave is going to be.
Yeah, the second wave is going to be Jawbreakers 2. It's going to be Rainbow Brute #1. Is Mitch going to be ready to
The Futurists.
The Futurists? What about you, Ben?
We have two. We have a yet to be announced big project with another legendary creator that we'll be announcing in a week, and then we're going to actually complete the Ravage saga. So we're going to do the entire 120 pages. That'll be issues 2 through 5 for the next Indiegogo, and we'll include issue 1 with it. So we'll have the saga complete.
What's up with you, Mike? Do you think you're going to have another thing ready to go? Wave 2, because I know Rainbow Brute is going to launch October 1st, so I assume Wave 2 of Comicsgate Indiegogo, as we fulfill Wave 1, will happen probably fall, winter. Are you going to be ready to go with another thing?
Most likely Lone Star 2. If not that, I might launch a simple one just to like publish some of my old or print some of the old stuff that I have that hasn't been traded. Like I've got several titles like Six Gun Samurai and Deal with the Devil and Imaginaries that could use some love. So I might do that. I'm talking to Edwin about it actually, and so possibly.
Cool.
Otherwise, probably the second issue. I'm gonna be doing these issues quarterly. So
Wave 2 has to be strong. We have to come out of the gate and do really, really well because, of course, SJWs are stupid. Like, they don't understand. They think, well, in another, you're going to have 5 more Indiegogos approximately, and then everybody's going to run out of money, and then that's going to be it's like, people work.
There's a finite amount of money. Yeah, I know, right?
People work. They have as long as we offer them a good product, presumably, as long as we fulfill the first ones and everyone's satisfied and excited about the next ones, I'm expecting all of these Indiegogo campaigns to do just as well, if not better, as our audience grows and as more people want to become a part of it. So that's why SGW.
How many people from the beginning of your, I don't know if you know this offhand, from the beginning of your launch to now, how many people have joined your YouTube channel?
I don't remember, but we're past 70,000 now.
Right. It's crazy.
I know. I'm at the point right now that Zach was when I thought Zach was a big deal. So that's I keep telling myself that even as I'm watching him and he's at 83,000 now, I'm remembering 70,000. Like, he was bragging, he was strutting around. I'm always going to feel like I'm behind the curve with him. Like, I hope to catch him. Maybe if another big Star Wars event pops up, I can, capture more fans that way, more subscribers that way. But he's always, well, I'm closing the gap. He's 13 away from me. But I would love to. I think I could get there. I think I could chase him and maybe catch up with him in the right circumstances.
Of a EVS lifestyle brand?
The EVS lifestyle brand?
Yeah, you know what? You should start selling butter.
Oh my God.
Magnum condoms.
For men.
Here's the thing, though. I really believe that he's going to get to 100,000 because of this stupid interview.
Yes.
I think so.
That kicked him into hyperdrive. Like, I mean, people are really going to, investigate him and just, want to see what he's about. And then, and then.
Isn't that why the SJWs were pissed? They weren't, making fun of him like we were.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, our community is undeterred. We see Zach getting roasted and we laugh at him.
Right.
But that's because we love him and we love each other. And every single video, like, none of our videos that came out of Comicsgate were like, damn these people. You know what I mean? Damn them for insulting Zach. We were just like, ha, Zach sucks. You know what I mean? Like,
well, Zach did walk into an obvious trap.
Of course. And that's
since this network and this market seem to be growing, I think you're pulling people. And I have to ask, Edwin and Nerd Wonder, do you have any projects you're thinking about working on, or any plans?
Yeah, I'm working on the Zach story because it's the best idea ever.
I'm hoping to be out for phase 3 myself, so I got an early project in the flames starting to percolate here.
Very nice.
Awesome. Looking forward to that, Frugal.
I just want to create.
Don't jump the gun then until you read. You might suck.
No, it'll be great. And this is the thing. I mean, just this idea of invention and wanting to create great things. I mean, that is Comicsgate. That is Comicsgate, at its heart. And it's good. I mean, people are really motivated. Alex G, thanks for $5. 3.14 is pi. Hey, what about Zach's light blue shirt, same jeans, and running shoe look? That's worse than his haircut. He
Yes,
walked like he was
thank you.
nervous too.
Somebody else agrees with me about that. Yes, somebody take him to a Ross.
I think Crypto Fashion should sell that shirt.
Yes.
You too can look like Zach.
He doesn't. Zach isn't the kind of guy that is going to spend a lot of money on things that like he doesn't need. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't realize that he needs a good haircut. No, but he doesn't realize that yet. He doesn't understand like that. So he's going to buy like, hey, like Zach buys T-shirts like from a Hanes 3-pack. You know what I mean?
Oh my
And that's what he wears. And then like he's gonna wear like the white gym socks and get a budget haircut. And who cares, because he lives in a closet anyway. You know what I mean? So
Well, wait, I don't see anything wrong with those T-shirts in a 3-pack.
no, I'm just saying, if you're going on TV, but I mean, people are noticing. People are noticing. Like,
I still have shirts that are over 20 years old that I wear.
What the hell?
Yeah, but he really plays the everyman though, in that because he dresses like that. It's like he's so relatable to people who aren't freaking left-wing fringe crazies.
Okay, maybe, but he should have at least groomed himself a little bit more if he's going to be put on cable. Come on.
Well, it might have, if anything, it might have played in his favor if you think about it. He came off as just an every guy, with a bad haircut.
In fairness, the host looked like something that you would pull out from under some couch cushions, in an abandoned house, and shove it on camera.
Or a guy hiding in your bushes, peeking in the windows.
Yeah, you want a TV show? Are you sure? Yeah, let's run with it. It'll be fantastic.
I'm getting roasted big time for my Hanes T-shirt comment. Everybody's like, Hanes is awesome, and then people are saying 3-pack. When you're a 3XL, Hanes T-shirts only come in a 2-pack. Now that is rude as hell.
Just remember, they roast because they love.
Nasser13, thanks for $2. Why do I never get invited to these?
Why do you bitch about it every time?
Oh, that's
shade. Shade.
The invite went out, didn't it?
No.
Well, it went out to some people. It didn't go out to everyone in the entire world. But Nasser, I had you on before. Maybe on what do you, Nasser? Wait a second. I had you on like 3 days ago. Why do you mean? Why do you never get invited to these when you were just on this channel 3 days ago to promote your book? How dare you?
Yeah,
Apologize.
Party. No, I like that. You're not allowed to.
Nasser, you don't have to apologize. I'll invite you on another time, I promise. Bagel Goose, thanks for $2. Hey, it's Nurkish. Alex Court, $1.99. How does Bagel Goose pay for his super chats? From his brother-in-law's credit card, evidently. Bagel Goose, of course, is Cecil, and he won't stop being Bagel Goose, even though we've already figured out that he's Cecil. He continues the charade. It's pointless.
That's like Bowie reinventing himself.
I don't know if it's like Bowie. Bowie was the thin white Duke. Cecil's the big fat. I was gonna say
like Elvis.
DICK in comics.
Not Ethan. Stop it, Ethan.
I think
Nasser, go paint yourself up. Go paint yourself up like Ziggy Stardust, and we
come
can
on
get you on the stream tonight.
yes. Chicken Sit, $5. Never mind Zach and the pissed off SJW pros. Let's talk about how Jeffries was dismissive and pandering to those cosplayers.
They're not really cosplayers, and they're not actors that were paid.
I think they were probably real because they weren't very good. They weren't very good. One of them was
prepped.
They weren't prepped. The white girl was actively a horrible person because she, said he's a garbage human. Like she could have just, everyone else that was there kept their mouth closed about it. Like, they're decent people. They're like, well, we probably don't like him, but we're not going to say anything because, we're decent human beings. Why would we just stab someone? And then she's like, he's a garbage person. It's like, ew, what a horrible human being. And then he goes, you can say the CUNT word here. It's like,
Right.
you're no better.
Yeah.
You idiots are no better than he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
After getting on Zach for saying derogatory things, it's like, how much worse is that?
I yelled at Zach for this, by the way, in private. I said, Zach, this guy hit you with, did you call this woman? And then the horrible, I can't even say the stupid,
Yeah.
I can't stand that, what he
Semen
said.
receptacle.
Yeah, he could have just called her a hooah, but instead he called her something else that's just disgusting. And that's fine, because honestly, you just look this guy in the eye and go, that young lady doxed me to the public because she didn't like my reviews. She doxed me. She showed my face to the public. She tried to get me fired from my job. Okay. She was the only reason I'm still employed is because she got me. She reported me to the job I had 2 years ago, not the job I have now. Okay. So she doxed my face. She doxed my name, my identity, tried to get me fired from my job. And then she started spreading rumors that I was in the Ku Klux Klan. And then
Disgusting.
she organized a bunch of people to harass me, to start a campaign against me, to call me a white supremacist. You're goddamn right I called her a cum dumpster. And she's lucky that's all I did. And that should have been it. That should have been it.
That would have been edited down to, you're right, I called her that.
But I wonder, I saw he apologized. I wonder if anybody's going to apologize to him or you or
never.
Mitch.
Well, I also yelled at him about the apology. I said, you should not, like, the apology. How many more times do we have to say, never apologize? Never apologize. Sorry for my language, guys. That is a quote. That's a quote for what he said. But never apologize to SJWs ever. Of course, they're going to manipulate you. You're going to feel a little sympathy because you're a normal human being. Suppress that emotion. Suppress those feelings, because you cannot apologize to them. You have to remember they are not normal. They're not going to receive your apology.
Well, they dehumanize us, so they can get away with that.
Well, now that he has, I have a challenge to everybody that always brought it up to me that he never apologized. Now that he has, how about everybody start apologizing? Right? Doyle, everybody apologize.
Never gonna happen.
I don't want an apology from any of them. I want them in my trebuchet. I want them fired into the sun. I don't want them to say they're sorry at all. I want them to feel sorry.
As they're going into the trebuchet.
No, I don't want.
As they're flying over the horizon, you just want to hear, "I'm sorry."
Well, I think in this kind of case, we can find middle ground. Why don't we shoot them with the trebuchet into the sun, and while they're flying out there, say, "Oh, sorry." There, we have the apology, and we get rid of them.
Ro Kavir says, never apologize for your supercut. Ro Kavir Kumar is probably the greatest member of the Comicsgate fan community. I wish he actually did a comic book, because I would love to promote whatever comic book he has. He makes me laugh every single day. Every single day. He's hilarious.
Good stuff.
Let's see. Panboy says $2. Our boy Zach's bad hair is legendary. It is, though. I mean, he actually created a meme that is almost iconic now.
We've been out for a day.
His hair alone took the power from their message. It was a great deflection.
So he's the Samson of Comicsgate.
If he were like if he looked more sophisticated, if his hair, I think you're right. I think he would have looked like, what if he were a James Spader in Pretty in Pink type? Sitting there, you know what I mean? Like, he totally would have gotten memed in a much harder way. It would have been it would have stuck. Like, it would have really stuck.
Is it possible that he had a whole PR group and they made him get that haircut? They knew it would play that way.
No, I think he's just that dumb. He's a wonderful guy, but
40
he's kind of naive about things.
It's a 40 haircut.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. Blue Satoshi, thanks for $10. The frogs were getting feminized from birth control chemicals. Example, atrazine, getting flushed down the toilet. The world of blood honey ended in 1998, so that all long stopped when the story begins. Right. So the frogs are not gay in Cyberfrog. They're not. I mean, the world ended just in time to save the frogs from homosexuality. So that is a good thing. Thank you for pointing that out, Blue Satoshi. Forge.
Can you have a gay frog in Cyber Frog and call him Alex Jones?
That's a good
Please
idea.
do.
Forge $2. The SJWs are mad on Twitter about the Jeffries vid. Did you see any of that? I mean,
I heard that Heather was really mad about it.
Yeah, she was mad because she was asked, I guess, or something to be on there, and she said no. So she thought they shouldn't do the bit because she didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
How
a
entitled!
trophy or something for it. I was like, Miss, what? Nobody knows who even you are. And then I heard she got fired from her new job, and that was news to me.
is that true?
Heard.
If you go look at the Twitter post for the Jeffries show, as soon as I saw that thing came out, I just started spamming it with everybody's Indiegogo link and art from everybody's campaign and all kinds of stuff. And so now tens of thousands of new people have gotten exposed to the Comicsgate creators.
I love it.
Don't get angry. Sell comic books.
That's correct.
So-
That should be on a T-shirt. Don't get angry. Sell comic books. I love it.
For the Heather Antos getting fired thing, I guess she's going to be getting a lot more milkshakes to practice to get her next position.
I don't know. I don't know what the whole milkshake thing was all about, but yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
I mean, she worked in the gaming industry. That was her last job, and I heard she just got fired from that. And I wonder why. But I mean, don't like her really. But
Isn't she kind of irrelevant at this point, though?
Yeah. Why are we talking about her?
Well, that's probably why she was doing a lot of Twitter stuff. She's trying to gain relevancy again.
Yeah. I mean, does she make anything that anyone loves?
Hatred.
I mean, you know,
People don't love hatred.
Yeah. So
SJWs do.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. You're right. They kind of do.
So
Red
that's kind
Roots,
of
they
the
love-
weird
they love
thing
Trump
is
too.
I think it's kind of weird that we're in a time and a place now where comedians and comedy shows are expected to be hard-hitting journalists for SJWs. So nothing can just be funny or entertaining anymore. It all has to be serve the mission. So this
Right.
Jeffries guys, he did exactly what SJWs should have wanted him to do, paint Richard in a negative light. But, you know, he let him walk out of there without a black eye.
Well, that's where
So-
so many of these idiots get their news is from Comedy Central, and then they think that the comedians are experts in subjects.
Well, they think that's their news. They actually think it's news. It's
Right.
scary.
Well, all the comedians are crossing the line into these political figures. So I mean, overall for the society, I just don't know where all that ends up when the funny people can't be funny, and now they have to be your tool for
It
social
ends.
justice.
It ends with Donald Trump as president of the United States.
Oh, that'd be rad.
And people talking about trebuchets on YouTube as cable television dies.
So speaking of trebuchets and Trump, how stoked would you be if you hear Trump say trebuchet?
I would
Get
love
QAnon
that.
to tell him. Get QAnon to tell him.
That's right.
I would love
I
that.
think
Well,
Tim
you know
Lim
what?
can make that happen.
I'm gonna DM QAnon right now.
I bet Tim would love that.
Or maybe get some memes with him holding a trebuchet or something.
Oh, Brett.
I've got somebody who's willing to build me a trebuchet for real, and I'm going to get one done. I would like to have a trebuchet. Andrea says I can put one in the backyard, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get
How
a trebuchet.
tall?
I'm pretty sure she's not gonna let you throw people on them though.
You
Unless
don't
it's
know
in a
Andrea.
pool.
She might let me. I mean, that's
Well,
depends on which people. I mean,
When I plan a date for my special lady, it always involves a trebuchet.
How did you make trebuchet sound dirty?
Sounds hot. Keep going.
Trebuchet has to make an appearance in somebody's comic book now. Has to.
well, it's Rainbow Brute. It's going to be in Rainbow Brute. That's of course it is. It belongs in Rainbow Brute. You know that.
Maybe Wanpool will have it too.
That's interesting. Stephanie Janicek, thank you for $1.99. So gross, Ethan, she says. Klein Dropper, $5. Please get DNC some hair product with this. Spitting in his hand and running it through his bangs is not good for TV. Custom Songmaker, $5. That Umbrella Guy's 5-year-old is always cute. No disrespect to her, but where is he? I don't know. Peephole Circus, I think we invited him. He's probably doing his own show tonight. Peephole Circus, thanks for £2. Transplant your nose hair to your head. It will smell good. What the what? All these people do is roast me all day long.
They roast you on my stream too, in the chat and my
Yeah, they do it to me too. They come in and are mean to you, and I try to tell them to stop.
Yeah, thank you. I was hoping that you would. I know that I can count on you guys to always stick up for me when my own fans are roasting me all over YouTube. I know that you guys don't join in. I know that.
We love you, Ethan.
Thank you.
We'll defend you to our dying day.
Yeah, I don't.
With all due respect, though, brother, have you made yourself a large target for roast?
Oh my goodness! The cruelty. By the way, Red Rooster is up to $102,809 right now. We sold a few books. We're less than $200 away from $103,000. So I'd like to see that flip. If you guys have not yet backed Red Rooster, you've got 10 days. Less than 10 days to go. Why not get in there and pick up your copy? Pre-order your copy of Red Rooster Golden Age now. Support this wonderful project. Support this property. I think you'll be glad that you did. And while you're doing that, why not go over and take a look at Lone Star Heart of the Hero by Mike S. Miller. He's already he spent a little time describing it today, talking about the story. It has jumped up to $29,032. I would like to see that get to $30,000.
You know how we could do that?
How?
Have Edwin read the pages.
Yeah.
Everyone loves when Edwin says things. When Edwin says things, everyone's happy.
Well, it's Edwin. He has magic powers like Morgan Freeman. There's only a selected few that wield the power of the voice.
It's my hair. If I shave it off, it all goes away. It's just
well, tough because we're all going to easy cuts together. We're all going to easy cuts.
Yeah, if I cut my hair like that, I'll sound like Ethel Merman.
Oh my god! Then do it.
I had a dream.
Don't like me, and that's not good.
We've got 1,317 people in here right now. Do you realize that? Do you realize that these streams, when we all get together, people watch? You know, I wonder if SJWs got together, what kind of numbers they would pull in.
Probably the same as their comic book sales, near non-existent.
Yeah. Roasted. Daniel K, $5. We should hashtag who is Nerd Wonder, these SJW artists crying sexism. Love your Let's Draw Nerd Wonder. So that's
Thank you. I really appreciate doing them, and I love doing them, and everybody's been asking me to do more. And so yeah, I'll definitely get down to it.
And don't forget your covers videos either. Those are fun as well.
Oh yeah, I saw the West Coast Avengers 2. I swear, it's like they're building them just for me.
Oh, that's a good drawing. Everyone's drawing right now. Garbage Human looks terrific. I don't know if Garbage Human is done yet.
Yeah, I'm just writing the.
You're
writing the I'm writing the treatment. The terrible.
The origin story of.
There you go.
Human.
Garbage Human. Dun dun dun. I got
Just-
Zach. I
I'm
think I
gonna
got
break
Zach's
the-
hair and eyes right.
I'm going to break the special hidden secret. Nerd Wonder is actually Cecil.
All right, hang on, Mike. Let's see that Garbage Human.
Okay, here. Just click on my thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have to do that on my. Yeah, hold on a second here.
Is that supposed to be Trump? No, that's not supposed to be Trump. My son. That's Zach's hair. That's.
Yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. I like all the garbage that's in him.
Yeah, he's got a diaper on one shoulder.
That must be after the trebuchet.
Can there be a couple SJW comic books hanging out of them, maybe?
Squirrel Girl in there. I already see one.
This is a fantastic character. Could he be a villain for Lone Star?
How about a tragic villain?
Of course. Of course, like Clayface. I mean, Clayface is a tragic villain, and you know, that's kind of the route you went.
He fell into a vat of radioactive SJW comic books.
Yeah.
Went to Tumblr. That's about it.
He went to a Bernie Sanders rally.
Oh, gee.
No, a Hillary Clinton one.
Look at what Mitch is doing right now. Great stuff, man. This is the kind of stream that I want to host all the time. I wish we could get John Malin drawing.
John, draw with us.
I don't know if I'll be on here long enough, but I could do that on another time. Yeah.
Okay.
We would like you to do that. That'd be terrific.
I like drawing with people. It may not be the best, but I like doing it.
You're pretty damn
Yeah,
good.
it's fun.
There.
Not really.
Good times, sad by all.
Lewis, thanks for $2. Let's buy Zach the suck cut from Wayne's World. Mexican Man and Cheese, $5. Get Rainbow Brute waxed into your back, then shave at the end of campaign. Super Cormy, $2. Was it a Brazilian wax? Let's see. Pat E, $1.99. Cecil must be stopped. I agree. Mexican Man and Cheese, $5. We had a 40 style barber shop in Long Beach with beer, and it was men only. Then the SJWs got them shut down. Frowning face. That's terrible. Bagel Goose, $5. Cecil will never be stopped. I think Pat E is also Cecil. Harry Bergeron, thanks for $4.99. I'm making a video game and would love to feature all your characters as DLC. Check out my fledgling YouTube channel. Yeah, okay. Send us a link.
Your channel. Give me a DM later. I'd love to say hello.
Rax the Hero, $2 with some glasses. DNC kind of looks like Hank Hill. That's, yeah. Stephanie Janicek for $1.99. Ha ha ha. Sergeant Lowe, $9.99. Nerd Wonder, do you think EVS should be shy of his parachute-sized panties?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, not really, because he can use those parachute panties in case if he wants to try the trebuchet first.
This is not necessary. We don't need to have this kind of discussion on Comicsgate.
Little bloomer parachutes. You go, "Pachoo!"
No, this isn't the discussion we should be having. Break All Day, $4.99. They were triple X panties, just man up EVS at triple XL shirts, moist shirts because you had to wipe up the fudge. This is disgusting. George Cole, $4.99. Zach is getting so low T lately that he looks, back to roasting Zach, that he looks less masculine than Carl Manvers, even when sporting the same hairdo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, maybe take some of that Jawbreaker's money and get some super male vitality.
Shark cartilage pills, remember?
Oh, yeah, shark cartilage.
Drinking that soy milk does no good.
Just remember, guys, every time an SJW tweets, a Comicsgater sells a comic book.
Yeah. Oh, well, and that's actually true because Mike just sold another copy of Lone Star. So that's great.
Nice.
Oh.
I mean, that's how it's done, really. I mean, really just selling one comic book at a time. I mean, that's kind of how we have to, get our product to the people.
Mm-hmm.
We're very democratic that way, It's like Sergeant Lowe, $4.99. I tell people to kiss my ass after I got at totally should try it. Buck Rogers, $10. Comicsgate is for real. My God, guys, we're on the right side here. We must fight so our kids have something good. It's bigger than us. It's for our kids too.
That's right.
I agree.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Gojira, $5. Where is the cheapest place to get a haircut? Supercuts, Easy Cuts, or Stabby Cuts?
Cheap cuts. They're $8, I think, or $5.
No, Stabby Cuts is for free. I mean, they stabbed Diversity Comics in the neck, and he didn't have to pay. So that was, that's really good.
There's this guy that lives behind the Albertsons here that'll cut your hair for a nickel.
Really?
That's a pretty good deal.
Mark C, $5. My son has a pair of safety school scissors and wants to see if he can cut hair. Anybody got Zach's number? Everybody should just practice on Zach now. Tony Garcia, $10. Thank you. Was at Disney World today wearing a Soy Wars sorry shirt. People looking at me like I was Django on a horse. Also, see, they made Luke's lightsaber, Rey's lightsaber, that ruined Johnson my day. Yeah. Yeah, I always worry when I'm wearing my Soilo shirt out. I always think people are going to look at me like it's defective. Like, be like, listen, they added a Y in there. You realize your shirt. I know it's a budget shirt. You know what I mean? Like it came from the dollar store or something like that, and they kind of messed up.
Zach should have wore that shirt for that video.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he do that for me?
Yeah, he should have done that.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, but then I have to explain to everybody. It's like, no, it's soy because soy is, Java the Cuck. Thanks for £2. EVS has Homer Simpson hair. That's a lie. CD, thanks for $2. Don't forget Punchline Indiegogo comic. Oh, Punchline. A great comic. Did you guys see this?
Yes, I
It looks
did.
cool.
Punchline.
I backed it. Very cool.
Yeah, it looks legit. I mean, it really is a good looking book. I gotta have those guys on eventually. I'm really busy. I'm trying to do 800 things at once, but I got to get those Punchline guys in here. JP4, thanks for $2. Hair plugs and panties for all. Governor Tarkin, $4.99. I will take back all my Comicsgate pre-orders if I hear about Mitch or Edwin being within half a mile of a prison barbershop. I mean, that's probably fair. I guess they do have good heads of hair. We don't want to ruin them. Brad Noble.
I mean, to log off, but have a great night. Thanks for having me on, Ethan.
Hey, get working on
Have a good night.
Gator Puncher. I want to hear about Gator Puncher from
It's
Close
happening.
to Comics.
That's why I'm logging off. I'm scripting it for you right now.
All right.
Is it seriously Gator Puncher?
Sounds like fun, except Steve Irwin would probably be very sad.
The man needs some boots.
Yeah, but what if it's like Comicsgate or Puncher? You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it would, Ben. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah.
It probably involves whiskey and roadies and groupies and Leonard Skinnerd and gator punching.
The hero's gonna punch a gator in the face and go get some sex.
Lone Star's rocking and rolling. It's now sold another $100 worth of comics.
All right.
Yeah, this is very good. We're going to probably get to 30,000 tonight. He's at $21,145. He is $855 away from hitting that 30,000 mark, and I know that we can do it in this bat.
Let's do it.
Let's get it done. Brad Noble,
Read a page or two of that off. Is that
oh,
possible?
go do it.
All right. You want to share my screen or?
Yeah,
or I guess I've got to
No,
do
no,
it
no.
myself, huh?
I don't know if you can.
Share and then I can
Edwin, you share your screen, and then Ethan, you just press Edwin's face on the thing so it stays on his screen.
I
All
did.
right.
Edwin.
Is it showing up?
Yeah.
All right. All right, here we go. So this is the leading material, or this is the first page or so from Lone Star. I remember the world a little clearer than most. The air is different now, thicker, full of a seething, misdirected discontent. Anger, resentment, entitlement. It's a world of spoiled children, raised by spoiled children, and raising little spoiled children of their own. It's getting harder to tell the good guys from the bad.
That traffic sounded real.
That's great sound effects.
But
I
in-
was in that story 100%.
Nice. I'll give you one more line. Let me give you one more line because that tells you about Lone Star. But in this sea of miscreants, I don't think that's the right word. Is it miscreants? Why I'm asking you, you're a pigeon. I really need to bring a notebook and write this stuff down, or at least a magazine. Being a vigilante can get pretty boring some nights. Ever tell you how I know when someone needs my help? You see, I have this animal-like instinct that allows me to sense fear. That's my cue. Bam. And then now we're into action. So maybe save that. But you can see it on the Indiegogo site if you go take a look.
Yeah, there's 7 scripted pages and 10 total preview pages.
That is outstanding, Edwin. Outstanding. And outstanding,
Beautiful.
Mike.
The silver fox of Comicsgate, people. Thank
And
you.
you-
Ed.
They
Thank
just
you.
sold you another copy of your book.
Sweet. See,
And the
it's
Nerd
Edwin.
Wonder just had an orgasm.
It's all Edwin.
It is Edwin. Edwin is magical. Oh, Brad Noble gives me $2 just to hear Edwin say bowl cuts are wrong. Bowl cuts are wrong.
Gotta say it then. Bowl cuts are wrong.
Excellent. Jack Irons, thanks for $5. Howdy, Ethan. My first issue is free to read online, and our campaign was almost 300% funded, but it's still in demand. Check it out, folks. So that's Jack Irons there.
It's phenomenal work.
Yeah.
Gojira $5. One of the things that makes Garbage Human the maddest is calling him Garbage Person. He goes nuts. Sierra Whiskey.
That's assumed gender.
Yeah. Sierra Whiskey, thanks for $1.99. Cecil is Garbage Human. That's not nice. Well, he kind of is. I mean. Great Loner, thanks for $5. Ethan, bring Frank Miller into the fold, as he will be brought down by SJWs if he hasn't already. No, Frank Miller has ascended. Frank Miller is like me. He was already brought down by SJWs and then was made hard. He was hardened by SJWs and can no longer be brought down by them. He can only defeat them. And that
He
is,
was quenched.
Yes.
You idolize him, don't you? You met him at a convention way back.
I love Frank Miller. I always have. I think he's great. I hate to see him say anything left wing, and he does say it every now and then. Like he will kind of surprise you by, going along with a little bit of SJW. But he is kind of a sensible guy. I think. I think he is.
Marvel sent me his art returns on accident once.
Oh my God! And you probably gave him back.
Of course.
Yeah. Matt by Danilovich, thanks for $1.99. Zach's haircut is the official haircut of Comicsgate. Let me think about that. I don't know if that's true. I would rather say that Mitch's was, but not all of us can do that. Rax the Hero, thanks for $2. Shameless plug for my manga channel, Sub to Nerd. Yami Caleb, thanks for 20. Hey guys, have you seen the Doctor Who stuff? They made the Doctor a whammon, and the companion was going to be some white ginger guy. They just did a release now. The companions are a black guy and a whammon of color plus an old white guy.
That's fine.
Diversity. Why would Doctor Who be a whammon though?
It wouldn't be
they set it up
politically pushed.
Why couldn't it be Nurse Who?
Apparently, one of them turned into a
pediatrician
cat.
who.
Pediatrician Who? I could come up with all kinds of sexist stuff there. I will not say any. I will not make any Doctor Who jokes that are sexist right now. Philip, $3.99. We're trying to crawl out of trouble here with the Philip, thanks for $3.99. How is Garbage Human different from the Toxic Avenger? He wrote Adventure, but it's Avenger. Mike, do you want to feel that? How is Garbage Human different from the Toxic Avenger?
I don't know the Toxic Avenger very well, so I'm just going to say that the Garbage Human gets his power from the liberal tiers of the people who. I'm losing it. I got nothing.
Gojirify, that was good enough, though. Was it good? Gojirify, thanks for $2. Blind hero with knife hands called Super Cuts. Now that would be a good job, right?
Garbage Human gained his powers from the radioactive SJW tears crying over the SJW books that did not sell that were thrown in the dumpster.
There you go.
All right, so now here's the
wait,
name.
what dumpster was that?
The dumpster. Oh shoot.
So the meme we need is knife hands giving Zach a haircut. That is the meme we need.
Definitely.
I don't have the skill to execute it, but
me neither. Yami Caleb, $10. Doctor Who is my favorite franchise, and after seeing Gamergate, Comicsgate, The Last Jedi, I'm scared Doctor Who is going to be full of nonsense. Just need to vent.
Are you crazy? It already has been for the past year. I heard.
Yeah, it is. It just kiss it goodbye. I mean, I don't know if there's.
Yeah. The last year sucked really bad.
I don't know if there are people to stand up for Doctor Who. I don't know.
I
stand up for Doctor Who.
Kind of took over it years ago. They don't watch the older stuff material.
Yeah, I love Doctor Who, but it was just bad this past year. There was only like 2 good episodes the whole season.
I mean, they went super political.
Yeah.
Very political.
Matt Danilovich, $1.99. Ethan, Zach, Edwin, and Cecil equal barbershop quartet. Here's a fellow who's named himself Ethan's Destroyed 2XL. $2. Just crawled out of the trash. Why the Sargon hate? Who hates Sargon?
hate.
Sargon, I like Sargon, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Did anyone say anything bad about Sargon?
Not in this chat.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, because Garbage Human. They think we're
The
Garbage-
Anita statement. The Anita insult.
yeah. Garbage Human wasn't about Sargon this time. They called Zach from Diversity in Comics Garbage Human. Blue Satoshi, thanks for $2. Garbage Human's giving me Clayface vibes. Sierra Whiskey, $1.99. Tell Zach he has a Barack's cut. He'll understand. Jim Bobo, thanks for $2. EVS Lifestyle Brand Pies and Boxed Wine. Satoshi, Blue Satoshi, $2. Now Garbage Human's giving me Digimon vibes. Digimon vibes, really?
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, it could be kind of a Digimon. It's weird things. Wasn't a fan of that series.
Matthew Fowler, $5. Please check out Red Giant Battle graphic novel on Indiegogo. It's Mechs versus Giants by Konami box artist Tim Dubois. I've seen it. It's great. Break All Day, $4.99. EVS Special 3 XXL 2 packs of Cyberfrog panties. Michael McLaughlin, $2. Your boy Zach is rocking the 1980s Guy Gardner cut.
It's Twoo. It's Twoo.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just imagining it, and damn.
Got to get him that vest.
I just liked his smirk through the whole thing. I love his little smile, like as he just, hey, did you call a woman a dumpster? And he's like, yeah, probably a mistake. Like with the same look on his face. Yeah, it's probably a mistake. Probably, yeah. Herpicus McDurpington, thanks for $5. You could probably recruit enough people to build a legion's worth of trebuchet, Uncle E. I would think so. Yeah, I hope so. I want to enslave people, though. I don't want my fans to do it. I want SJWs to be whipped and have to build their own trebuchet. Here's my fantasy.
For that.
I want to capture all of the SJWs that I can. I want normal people to whip them and have them build their own trebuchets, okay, like slaves, and then get in the trebuchet to fling themselves with it.
There's a problem in that, though. There's a problem in that. When has SJWs ever built anything that was any good, that actually worked?
That's true. That's true. We'd have to have a trebuchet and then have them ruin it. I think that's the way SJWs work. But
they are good at destroying things that other people built.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Noted Comicsgate hate mongerer advocates for the return of slavery. Next on Bleeding Cool.
I'll accept that. I'll accept that. I'll have to. I will talk about that and explain what I meant. I just want to enslave SJWs. That's all I want to do. So it's very specific. It's very particular. Not slavery for all, just SJWs. Let's see. The other thing about the frogs, they weren't just turning gay; they were turning into females. Alex Jones barely hit the tip of the iceberg there, says Blue Satoshi for $5. Major Spike, $9,000, $2. What was Zach even going for with that hairstyle? He was.
It's a great question.
Spencer?
Did he?
Richard Spencer.
Nice.
Everybody has that hairstyle now, though. I mean, it's awful.
No, it's a terrible haircut. I don't understand why people think it looks good. It looks awful.
It's like some Dan and Phil do. So this is if you look at my screen right now, this is the idea I have for a statue I want to do for like maybe the second, possibly the third Indiegogo as a tier, because statues are super expensive to do, so I don't want to do it until I have a big enough audience. But something like that where he's holding a gun, holding the flag up, I think that'd be really cool. And I want to do two versions, one where he's holding the American flag and one where he's holding the Texas flag.
I love it. What's Mitch doing? Look at Mitch.
Painting a little bit. Well, I'm paint sketching.
Let's see what Nerd Wonder's doing.
I haven't done really anything at the moment. I'm getting a bit tired. I probably should head to bed soon.
Is that a self-portrait?
Nah, I wish.
Her voice sounded just like her drawing.
I know, right?
Yeah, when I get anybody here can probably tell you that when I get really tired, I start squeaking even more.
Well, you can go to sleep if you want, Nerd Wonder. We appreciate your being here. We don't want to keep you up all night.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me, but I got a long day, start of morning for work, so yeah, sorry about
All right. We'll see you another time. Thanks, Nerd Wonder. Everybody say goodbye to Nerd Wonder in the chat.
Good
Have a
night.
good one.
Goodbye.
Bye, Nerd Wonder.
And please check out the smaller Indiegogos too, guys. We got hundreds of different types of different comics that are coming on out.
Yeah, Blue Mamba, all
Huh?
kinds of different ones. You haven't heard that one?
Work
That one's
Band.
pretty risque, though.
Buy Wanpool. I like Wanpool.
Mhm.
I'll see you
Actually,
later. Yes.
no. I was gonna say the Blue Mamba. They're doing a PG-13 version of it too.
I seen that. He didn't send me any info on that. I seen the the more raw stuff.
I didn't look.
The chat is
Oh,
rolling.
I didn't know it was going to be like that actually until after I saw it.
Yeah,
So
I was
like,
warned in advance. So
So it was like, well, okay. I did not expect to see these two ladies doing that. So,
hey,
yeah.
ladies.
But that doesn't really fit my channel
Yeah,
too well.
It's the thing about that book is like they're two like really hot lesbians, so it's like totally just not realistic.
Yeah.
Nerdrotic, thanks for $10. EVS, I will propose the trebuchet to my boss, Elon Musk. Would go great with the flamethrower, Tesla toss, and torch 2-pack. I love that. Thank you. Snake Pliskin, $1.99. You have a friend in me. Shane Matlock, thanks for $5. Uncle Ethan, I saw a Marvel ad with Thor Frog on it. Marvel is riding your coattails. Yeah, no kidding. Everyone is. They're gonna do the. What do you think they're bringing back Battletoads for? Are you kidding me? Hilo Jumper, $5. Call it a Trump boucher. Have someone make you a custom trebuchet to fling butter into your mouth. Tony Clark, €5. Ryan's Paradox. Luke is Uncle Father. Mary Sue is 100% Skywalker midichlorian machine. Kylo shamelessly says parents are nobody, knows she's sister. That is creepy. Steve Yen, thanks for $5. Edgar Cruz, $5. Trebuchet, flinging Ruin Johnson, far away. Kennedy is already on her way. Oh, I believe in. Oh, you're singing yesterday. Trebuchet, flinging Ruin Johnson, far away. Kennedy is already on her way. Oh, I believe in Trebuchet. Good job. Yeah. James Dean Company, thanks for $20. Wow. Edwin for the win. Don't get angry, sell comics. That was a great quote. It was a great quote. Pin drop, $1.99. Mike, thanks for signed Comicsgate print at SDCC. How did those?
Yeah, buddy. They did okay. I had a handful of comic skaters come up to get that, but I handed out like 150 or more Lone Star prints free with purchase to everyone, including the guys who got the Comicsgate prints. Even Brian Ball came up and he tried to pay for a Lone Star print, but I forced him to take it for free.
Nice. Steve Yen, $10. Why does Ryan Johnson not understand that people are not happy with what he did? He understands. He just doesn't care. He's, malignant narcissist with no shame. Down Forward Punch, $5. Just a reminder that EVS gets ads for panties on garbage tier websites because of his search history. It's just not true. It's just not true. Like, if that were true, I'd accept it. It's not true.
Half the time I watch your videos, I see this advertisement for leggings, and the girl has a relatively nice booty, so I don't mind it. I mean, it's not the worst thing. It's just, what about your channel turns up legging videos?
I don't know, Edwin. You're not making this any better. You're not helping me, Edwin. People are going to go after me for leggings now. Thank you. Look at this. The Buzz General. EVS doesn't wear panties. He just uses old 3XL shirts. Brennan Whitley, $5. Everyone tell us. Oh, I lost it. Everyone tell us the backstory of your comics for people who don't know. Do you guys feel like doing that?
The backstory?
Yeah.
I can again, but
like
Mitch
the story
hasn't
of
got-
the comic or the story of the creation of the comic.
I would think the comic. They're trying to buy the comic,
Yeah. All right. I'll go first. So my comic book is Red Rooster, Golden Age, 10 days left on Indiegogo. There's plenty of material there if you want to dig in. The Red Rooster, it's a set in the 1930s. It's a sort of Norman Rockwell meets H.P. Lovecraft, Batman in a barn kind of character. He's a celebrated and renowned vigilante folk hero with a set of allies and a set of colorful mystery men villains. But he has flown a little bit too close to the sun, and his team is questioning his leadership, and a cabal of his villains find a chink in his armor, and they exploit it. And it deals with it's good versus evil stuff, man. It's just good versus evil stuff. It's beautiful women, heroic men, powerful messages and metaphors. Honestly, Edwin pitches it way better than I do.
It's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
You just sold a couple copies, so good job.
Boom.
Nice. It's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful story.
Lone Star.
I'm sorry. Let me just announce this. Lone Star's up to $29,238 right now. So we're getting there.
Lone Star is about a cybernetic frog in the future who.
That's not. That's you. That's my comic book. That's my comic book.
I was trying to get one that made a lot of money, so I was going to go ahead and do yours.
I understand.
No, Lone Star is about who's an Air Force, Navy pilot. Not Air Force. It was before the Air Force. World War II Navy pilot. Who was shot down? Well, not shot down. Sorry. I got to stop drawing while I talk. So Air Force, Navy pilot, World War II, in a special fleet of guys who went over there to take out the German Übermensch called the Iron Cross. He takes the Iron Cross out, but in the process, the Iron Cross mortally wounds him, and he is given the opportunity and the option to go through a special procedure that will grant him not only his life back, but he becomes something more than human. And he is then drafted into a war against the things that go bump in the night, vampires and werewolves and ghouls and goblins and whatever it is that the U.S. government needs from him. And he's drafted into a group called the Unknown Soldiers. And there are always 6 unknown soldiers, never more, never less. And when one is terminated in the process of fighting this war against darkness, another fallen soldier from another war is found and given the same opportunity. But as they are sort of monster first responders, they spend a lot of downtime waiting for actionable intel. The events of Lone Star's early life have led him to be a man who is not willing to waste his time playing poker, drinking beer and waiting for something to happen. So he goes out in the dead of night to protect the innocent from the monsters who are more human than inhuman.
Beautiful.
Thank
Absolutely beautiful. Nerd Wonder left. I'm so sorry. Avid comic reader at $2. Nerd Wonder, who is Spork Man? I guess we'll ask her next time. Charlie Roberts, $1.99. Clearly, Zach cuts his hair with a flow bee. Lexi Man and Cheese, $2. I am Cecil. SK Zion 2. Thanks for $5. Tamara Bonvillain blocked me today on Twitter for saying it's bad to insult creators or customers. Tamara does that. That's the problem. Critius, $2. Evius, can you say it's time to make the donuts? It's time to make the donuts, but I'd rather eat the donuts. Mark C, thanks for $5. Mike S. Miller, have you been getting any fan art? I've contributed to EVS and Mitch, and I want to draw Lone Star.
Yeah, I got a couple pieces. I got a new one today. It was fantastic. It's on my I shared it on my Twitter at Abacus Mike if you want to go check it out.
Kiranis, thank you for $1.99. E, will you shout out my channel? I'll pay in pie. Ooh, that sounds good. His channel is called Kironist. It's
don't get that pie on your panties there.
Oh my god. Chironus, Chironus. Chironus. Go subscribe. Bagel Goose, who is Cecil, $5. God King Cecil has blessed us with his presence. Avid Comics Reader, $2. Mike, get JJ on to sing Fatty Batty.
You know JJ Kirby?
No.
I mean, do you know who he is?
No.
Oh, really? Yeah, he was a Wildstorm artist. Great guy. I had him on for a couple hours today, and he's of the gay persuasion, and he has this song about male body parts called "Fatty Batty." You guys can check it out.
Okay.
It's hilarious. It's like I like big butts, but it's there's no specific words other than fatty batty that might lead one to believe what he's talking about. But it's hilarious. And really well done. He's very talented in a number of ways and fantastic artist. I want to get him and asked in the comments, someone in the comments said, is he Comicsgate? And I'm like, he doesn't even know what Comicsgate is. But then I explained to him that it is people, fans, a movement of fans and people who are just sick to death of politics being shoved into our comic books. And he's all, oh yeah, I freaking hate those faggots. He's gay, so he can say it.
I would like to pitch my new project.
Okay.
It was
Trebuchet Monthly. And so our host Richard C. Meyer will try out a variety of trebuchet designs, and they're all a bad idea.
That's rad. Your Mike is doing great here. He's at $29,321. Closing in. I mean, these pitches really kind of do work. People are interested in supporting Comicsgate Comics. I mean, this is the thing. Now is the time to buy these comics. This is the way to buy them. You can actually interact with the creator and buy them while you're talking to them.
You're going to want to buy them now before they're on eBay for like $50.
That's right.
It's kind of the plan, right? I mean, we want to make something valuable for you.
Yeah. So
And if you got
buy
extra,
the stack of them.
yeah, if you got extra money, feel free to donate to my Patreon to help me fund my comic. Cheap plug.
Super Cormy, thanks for $2. Sargon is one possible Garbage Human origin story. Freddie Primo, thank you for $10. I still haven't watched Comedy Central. I haven't watched Comedy Central in over 10 years. But thanks to them, I backed both of DNC's Indiegogos and Lone Star today. P.S. I'm already a backer of Cyberfrog, Red Rooster, and Stardust. That's great.
Ooh,
thank you, Freddie.
Nice.
Beautiful. Love it.
Appreciate it.
Gojirfi, $5. Garbage Human and his brother Deplorables rising from the discarded remains of Hillary and Bernie campaign paraphernalia and steaming with hate. That's a good origin story right there.
Now, if you buy a high enough tier, is there going to be a magazine of Trebuchet Monthly now?
We can make that happen. Absolutely. Matt Hayes, $2,005. A landfill full of unsold SJW Marvel comics and unsold Last Jedi solo toys is contaminated with toxic waste. Garbage Human is born. Nick Stone and Trash, $2. The only whip you got, Ethan, is Miracle Whip. Oh my God. How could you?
Why are they so mean to you?
They're mean to me every single day, but they give me money when they're mean to me, which is Mark C, thanks for $5. Just heard AMC acquitted Chris Hardwick. He's coming back to Talking Dead. Yeah, good, because the charges against him were largely bullshit, I think. And I'm not a big fan of Chris Hardwick at all. I think he's kind of a nerd. And all of his weirdo, all this stuff about him being kind of like rigid and kind of mean to his girlfriends, I believe that stuff. But also he actually had tape recorded conversation that basically backed up everything that he said and proved that his ex-girlfriend was lying. Good on you, Chris. Always record these women. Always record them. Can we do that? I don't know if you should record women. I don't know why I said that. Michael Pronesti, thank you for $13.99. I felt a great disturbance in the force as if millions of 1XL shirts suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. I fear something terrible has happened. Yeah.
I would just like to say maybe it's not the best idea to record women. Like next thing you know, there's going to be an EVS sex tape out there.
I doubt that. But yeah, your point is taken. Your point is taken. Matt V, thanks for 304. I BCC'd the CGA on an email plus sent out others. Okay. I'm sure. Okay. Chris Chambers, thanks for $5. Garbage Human should hunt and assimilate these new versions of SJW heroes. Also, Zach's hair makes him seem like he's trolling on rewatch. He's a savant. Major Spike 9,000 $5. I say build a trebuchet out of SJWs, but soy is not a sturdy enough building material. Plus, there's a possibility that you might run out of SJWs to throw. That would be fine, honestly, if you ran out of SJWs to throw.
I just got to go to your local college and pick up some more.
Oh yeah. They keep making more of them. These people,
but they don't actually reproduce, though, do they?
No. Core Plot, thanks for $2. Can you break down the skills and powers of your superheroes? I'll tell you, Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog is very strong. He can bench press about 4 tons with his arms. He can bench press like 100 tons with his legs. I mean, he's super strong with his legs. He has a tongue that can stretch out and grab things, and he can jump very, very high. Also, his armor response. He's got something called Quick Evolve that will let his body adapt to different scenes, so he can grow guns, knives, swords, whatever he needs, or better armor to survive any situation. As long as his mother, Chel Sin, is awake and alert and doing what she needs to do, she can make that happen for him. So those are Cyberfrog's powers. But you guys.
Red Rooster does not have any powers other than he is a man amongst men. He has been passed down a mantle. The Red Rooster is a mantle that's passed from generation to generation, and Frank Cooper is the current. We're telling the story of Frank Cooper, the current wearer, inhabitor of the mantle of the Red Rooster. It comes with a set of like a credo, a set of values, a history, and an ancient enemy that he must battle, and also he must pass down this legacy to the next generation. So as he's dealing with a set of he's kind of an acrobat, a skilled man, a fighter, a brawler, a man of many talents, but perhaps he's juggling just a bit too much.
Okay. Well, Lone Star, his innate sense is that he can sense fear, the way a predator can. It's sort of like people give off pheromones and whatnot when they're in fear, and so he can trace down people who are in danger and go and save them. He can also bench press about 1,200 pounds, which is just a little bit over the world record for like strongmen. So I wanted to keep it kind of realistic in the sense that I don't want him to be like freaking Superman or something. And then he also has a healing ability that keeps him young and keeps him from mortal wounds, being very easy to inflict.
Awesome. LCD, thanks for $2. 1, maybe 2 XL panties. Asher Sutherland, thanks for $2. EVS, what's the last of George song called? It's called The Last Piece of George. Governor Tarkin, thanks for $1.99. SGWs would fight for equal rights of trebuchets. It's me, thanks for $2. EVS sex tape. Yeah. That's me, I guess. Jesus, that was good. Jesus A. Sabellis Jr., thanks for $2. Edwin's voice could soothe a rabid honey badger. That's true. I think it could. It's a fine compliment. Wow, look at this. Facebook death spiral. Stock plunges 24%.
Ooh.
Good Lord. That's because apparently Facebook eliminates 93% of traffic to top conservative sites, and stocks plunged 24%. Did you guys realize that?
Oh, I thought it was because I stopped using it a couple weeks ago.
I stopped using it too. It's ridiculous. What is the point of Facebook? It's so limited. And I used to just love it so much.
Yeah, I was on it all the time, and now I'm like, whatever.
Is John Malin still with us?
Yep.
I
Did you-
love John Malin. He's just quiet. He just
Did you talk about the cover you did for John De La Rose? Because John De La Rose is a pretty cool dude too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's got a campaign in Indiegogo going called Flying Spark, and Flying Sparks. Sorry, I believe it just launched yesterday. Myself and Brett Smith, who is the colorist for Jawbreakers, did a cover for him. So, and the cover will be exclusive, to the best of my knowledge, to that Indiegogo.
Ethan, have you ever interacted with John?
John De La Rose. Kind of. A little bit online, but not very much. No.
Yeah, so
he's a nice
he made
guy.
the mistake. He made the mistake of coming out as a Trump voter within the science fiction community, and they got vicious with that dude. Straight up vicious. They doxed him, put like one of his kids' medical records online, and even like mailed stuff to his house.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
That's how fascists work.
Yep.
They
He's
are
a
the
good guy
worst
and does
people
good
in the world. The SJWs are simply the worst people imaginable. I really can't stand them. We have to just delineate again so that people in the chat understand. It's not SJWs are not liberals. They're not even leftists. Okay, we're not talking about communists. We're not talking about people who voted for Hillary. We're talking about SJWs, social justice warriors, who make it their goal to hurt people who disagree with them politically. They're obsessive. They are cruel. They do not behave like normal people, and they hide behind this thing. Oh, we're doing it for civil rights. They're not doing it for civil rights. They're bullies.
The easiest
They're
way for people
monsters.
to understand them is that they are the Westboro Baptist Church of the left.
Yeah, I think that's something. That's one way to look at it.
But definitely, if anybody too, if you haven't checked out John De La Rose's Flying Sparks Indiegogo, definitely check it out. I've got to see some of the work already that's been done, and it's looking really good. The story looks like it's going to be fantastic.
Right on.
Yeah, John De La Rose. So what about him? What about John De La Rose?
Yeah, I just wanted you to at some point. I want you to meet that cat because you'd get along. He's actually been real active for us in his blog, and he writes for like the Federalist. Mike Miller right here in our chat made this awesome write-up kind of defining what Comicsgate is, and made this awesome press release, and John De La Rose is actually hosting it on his blog.
Did you see that?
Wait, it's a hate movement, isn't it?
No.
What am I doing here?
That's what I was trying to do. Is that we had this opportunity when we, Comicsgate broke $1 million. I thought it was like legit outside world newsworthy, and so I tried to get this press release written up and sent out before San Diego so that I could link it to San Diego so that it could get out there. It did ruffle a few feathers, but I think it really puts I want to get the narrative back. I want to control the narrative for what Comicsgate is so that these people don't freaking Tea Party the movement, right? Remember, Tea Party was against Bush and against government overreach, and it was everybody, black, white, gay, straight, Republican, Democrat. Everyone was just sick of being overburdened, overtaxed, and all that stuff. It was taxed enough already. But the left controlled the narrative and turned it into some sort of a weird alt-right racist thing. And I want to control the narrative here. So that's why I thought
we already controlled the
Yeah, I was about to say we are the narrative. This is it right here.
But it's us, but only us listen to us. So I thought if it was a wider news, something that was newsworthy that would break outside of our sphere, then we could take the narrative to them.
Well, Comicsgate was their word. They created Comicsgate to scandalize us.
Right.
They called Comicsgate. Comicsgate was the movement of white men in comics that were harassing women and people of what are they talking about? Like every time I hear them talk this bullshit, I'm like, what are you? They're harassing women and trans and people of color just because they don't like the comics. Get the hell out of here. I'm not harassing anybody.
Yeah. But that's
We
their
sit here
narrative.
and it's so stupid. What do you mean harassing? They're harassing me. You go on my Twitter and you look at these morons, these blue-haired creepy women, bothering me all day long because they're just looking for attention. You know, people bother me because I'm like Billy the Kid. Like they think they're gonna step up to me and you know get some street cred by taking me down. Good luck. None of you people, these people are stupid. They're rock stupid people that come at me like with tons of smug and dumb, and they reek of like just arrogance and stupidity. And you know, that's what this is. That they're harassing us. We're sitting here going, okay, well, we're going to start our own industry. I mean, essentially, it has become not only unfeasible to work with SJWs and comics, but impractical, unprofitable. We can't work there anymore. There's no money in it. So we're going to go off to our side. We're not going to bother you guys. We're going to go over to the side over here. We're going to create our own little side universe of comics. And they follow us over here. And they make it a big deal. And they go off on Twitter and on social media about Comicsgate being a movement of harassment. I'm just trying to sell a fucking frog comic book. I don't want blue hairs, get away from me. Weirdo soy boys, get away from me. That's what the trebuchet is for. It's not to bring you closer. That's not the purpose of a trebuchet. It's to get you the fuck away from us so that we can actually do something productive, make money again, and figure out a way to rescue what's left of this industry that's in tatters because of social justice warriors. In tatters.
Well, you gotta get the few good people who are left at Marvel and DC, get them on the train, and then just let the rest of it burn. It's done. It's done.
It is done.
They're not going to turn it around. They're not going to turn it around. It's in a death spiral now. It's not going to get better. They're doubling down on this stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, CB Cebulski has made it clear. You can look at the things with the Vertigo announcements. You can look at how they abused fans with some of the storylines that are just, you know, people talk about cash grabs, you know, making you buy 12 different variant covers to hear one subpar story. And the things they do to the comic books, what they do to the local comic book stores, that's absolutely a cash grab. If you talk to your comics bookstore owner and see if someone will be honest with you and show you like the ordering schemes.
No,
all the mess they have to order just to get one little variant cover, it's ridiculous.
SJWs, it's a spare change grab. These bums, these bums squatting in my comic book industry, destroying it, putting out this filth, this garbage that nobody wants to read. Nobody wants to pay you. And when you get your royalty check and it's about $7.63, that should let you know. That should let you know. Nobody wants to read what you're doing. Nobody wants to read it. And then you come over here and you look at what we're doing, our magnificent success, the fact that Lone Star, Heart of the Hero, well, he's just, like S. Miller's just sitting there drawing. He's not bothering no one. He's talking every now and then about his feelings. $29,542. He's $458 away from breaking $30,000. These people don't make $30,000 in a year, and they're angry about it. They're angry about it. Don't take it out on us just because we're popular. It's not our fault we're popular and sexy and exciting. It's not our fault. It's just our lot in life to succeed while you fail.
Find a need, fill a need, and they've created the need. It's their fault. They're the ones that created the need. We're just the ones fulfilling it.
One of these blue-haired, I'm sorry, I almost said the R word. One of these blue-haired dummies said to me today, they were just like, you're only, like, all you do is just stoke hate for SJWs. Like, you get rich from hating SJWs. I'm like, boy, I wish that were true. I wish that were true because I would like to hate you morons full time. I would work double time and overtime hating SJWs if I could get rich doing it. And by the way, thanks for admitting that you're despicable and that there is money in promoting hate of you people. Everyone hates SJWs. Everyone hates SJWs. All of them. There's not a single person that does not hate an SJW, except for SJWs, and even they hate each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I said.
I
They
think
hate everything
self-
that's us.
Self-loathing.
That's where it starts. It's all that you look in the mirror, you look and see you're a hairy potato sack, with a moo eye, and everybody dislikes you. So it starts with the self contempt and the low self esteem.
That's why they always have that smirk on their face. It's like it's just this troubled look of like mental illness. And don't
You know why?
bring it over
It's because
here.
their parents wanted to be their friends instead of their parents.
Yeah, well, I don't even think they have. I don't know. I have no idea. I think they still live at home with mom and all this nonsense, and they're angry. I think poverty has driven them insane, and that's fine. Just go be crazy over there. Go sell crazy somewhere else. Stop coming over here and bothering my beautiful friends, the Brightwisers, who have raised $102,896 on Red Rooster Golden Age, the first issue, within 20 days. Just stop. It's not their fault they're gorgeous. It's not their fault their comic book is sexy. It's not their fault they're exciting and that they're selling. They can't help it if they're popular. They can't help it. You can argue with popularity if you want, but you'd be wrong. It's not Mitch's fault that he's great and you're crap. It's not his fault.
It is your fault, Mitch. It is your fault, Mitch.
I don't.
This was a really bad idea.
Well, all you have to do is draw every day, all day, for about 35 years, right?
That's right.
And then go live in a roach box, and go to Marvel, go to these people every single day for about 2 years, right? Deal with all that rejection after rejection after rejection, but you keep pressing forward. And then you could be Mitch Brightwiser. That's all
I was
you
about
have
to say. Where did you pick up that story? Sounds a little familiar.
And then something about playing in some kind of country western band too. I think they had something to do with it. I just don't remember it.
The whole deal with the cash grab, with Jawbreakers, early on we heard that we were scamming people because we were successful, and we were doing a cash grab because we were successful. And if all Jawbreakers had ever made was $5,000, which was the original goal, if that's all we made, and if every other campaign from Comicsgate was proportionate to that, nobody would call this a cash grab. And nobody was calling it a cash grab before these campaigns existed. And I was speaking out, Ethan was speaking out. There was no cash to be made. We were just talking and having a conversation.
Nobody was telling us you're only isolating yourself from your peers for money. Nobody was saying that then. They were saying quite the opposite. They were warning us that we were going to get fired, that we were going to be blacklisted, that we'd be on the street soon. Tim Idiot Doyle said that I'd be bagging groceries. That's what they were telling us. Now suddenly we're doing this for the money.
Yeah.
Now suddenly that Cyberfrog has raised $500,000, Jawbreakers has raised nearly $400,000. It was all for the money all along. I guess we're smarter than anyone figured.
That was a very devious plan, EVS. Very devious. DVS? EVS. See what I did there?
My middle name is Daniel, so I am DVS.
Nice. Okay, so here I just drew a little Comicsgate Alliance thing. Who can I piss off by not adding to this?
Oh my God.
I'm not making this a poster. I'm just doing it for fun.
You're in trouble. You should know better, Mike.
Here, I have room here. Let me add 400 more characters.
There's no females in there, you sexist.
Actually, if you just sketch in the overlords of Comicsgate, that should probably get everybody nice and excited. That would do it.
That's fun. That's a good little sketch there.
It's like it should be a
Cyberfrog's way too big. What the hell, dude? Cyberfrog is about 5 foot 6 foot tall.
He's jacked. He's just jacked.
Yeah, how are you going to get Cyberfrog?
Oh, sorry.
How are you going to get Cyberfrog and Salamandroid on a chessboard?
That is the question. That is, Salamandroid would be the chessboard. I mean, he'd be holding the chessboard up. I don't know. But I'm gonna. I'll show them and see what they want to do about proportions. Cyberfrog is half the size, half the height of Salamandroid. So
How strong is Salamandroid? Is he like the Thing, or is he that strong? Or
yeah, he's like a tank. I mean, he's he's got the upper body strength. He's kind of the opposite of Cyberfrog in the sense that his upper body is very, very powerful, and he is going to plow through these bees. I mean, he plows through these hornets like nobody's business. Gets stung, gets torn up and everything. He's vicious. He's a tank. Whereas Cyberfrog is a lot more of a thinking man's amphibian. But yeah, all of this means something to me. All of this means something. I love these characters. I love the fact that I'm doing this comic book right now. It's important that Cyberfrog come out right now. You'll see why.
They could make the chessboard scaled to Salamandroid size. So if you had him like 8, 12 inches, something like that, then you have whatever, like a 4-foot chessboard, and then you just have really small figurines for everybody else.
Yeah, that's a kind of cool idea.
Yeah. It'd be an epic chess battle. Probably wear a lot of people out.
Steve Dye, thanks for $5. Back in my day, child therapy was being sent outside to mow the yard after getting a deserved spanking. Go get daddy's belt and get off my lawn. Better days, better days. Razdoc $4.99. Nerd Wonder sounds like Dave Filoni after he kicked the helium habit. CD $2. David Rubin has shown interest in this movement. Yeah. LCDM, thanks for $5. SJWs are a tribe stuck in their own moral trap. They're like zombies taking over all institutions and positions and destroying them from the inside. Exactly. Great Loner, $5. Here's another super chat to make Tim Doyle cry tears of soy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sharu, $5. Comicsgate books need to get on the Freedom Forge. I never understood what Freedom Forge was.
It's like Facebook, but for us.
Brennan Whitley, thanks for $5. Comicsgate Justice League in the future, shared universe, backing everyone ASAP. Love the ideas. Thank you for considering backing everyone as soon as you can. Wow. Yeah, Mike S. Miller is $29,598 now. He's
$402.
Yeah. Very shortly gonna be at that $30,000 mark. That'll be good. LCDM, thanks for $5. SJWs are devoid of merit, but they seek the status granted by a meritocracy. So they take the meritocracy over and are unable to sustain it afterwards. That's a good way to look at it. Mim misguided. Am I misguided? Am I misguided? I like that. $5. Okay, I have back Cyberpunk, Jawbreakers, Red Rooster, Ravage, Iron Sights, and Lone Star. What am I leaving out?
Blue Mamba?
Yeah.
Flying Sparks.
There's a lot of stuff out there. You should go.
Yeah.
My Patreon.
We need to put it all up on Freedom Forge so someone can go to one location and find everything.
JP4, $2. Please draw in a fuel truck. Where? Bagel Goose, $2. Tim Doyle can bag D's nuts. Yeah. Core Plot, $5. Could you break down Cyberpunk, Salamandroid, and Jawbreaker's skills and powers? Maybe they're arch villains too. These are the reasons why you need to read the comic book, though. Seriously, I mean, like this kind of stuff. You read the comic book and you find out. You have questions. That's why you pay your cover price. Gojirify, $2. Edwin and Ethan and their cover of Fabio clothes. I don't know how to play a Fabio song yet, but I would like to do that. That would be
Fabio
fun.
has music?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Regular feature of this channel. Fabio's CD. People love it. People love Fabio.
Wait, which one of the things you sing is Fabio?
Buongiorno, I'm Fabio, and I'm very interested in what makes romance work. I want to share with you my recipe for a perfect evening. An evening for two lovers. That's Fabio. That's gold. Fabio is gold.
Yeah. That is good stuff. And so, did you make? You wrote down the lyrics and everything. You're ready to go.
Yeah, I've downloaded some. I've got to get some more. We gotta find a few more. But
I
yeah.
could figure it out on piano in just a few minutes. You know, wouldn't take long to figure out a Fabio backing track. You know, how hard could it be?
Oh, I was telling Miller, and I want to convince you too. We need to have like some kind of Comicsgate Christmas special between everybody's channels. I want to make this real. Like come this Christmas, I want to have like a big blowout Christmas special. I think it'd be amazing.
I'm for that. I would do that.
Ethan, you can dress as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I will do that then, definitely. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I think we should do a kind of ongoing kind of fundraiser for a children's hospital.
Oh, that'd be
Trying to-
good. That'd be real good.
We could do one right now. My buddy Chris, who just texted me, he said he just backed Lone Star. He sent me. There's a hospital in his area, a children's hospital that needs some art supplies.
Oh,
I
cool.
think we ought to get on it.
Nice, yeah.
I think we ought to do this and get these kids some art supplies. I have a list of what we need. So
Organize it, Mitch.
Organize it. Yeah, this will be on me, but yeah, we'll do it.
Lone
It's
Star's
a
up to-
Shiners. It's a Shiners hospital.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Lone Star's up to 29,741.
Sweet.
I mean, selling comics left and right tonight. I love
Yeah.
it. But I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I'm falling asleep now. A 2-hour stream. Was it 2 hours? 2.5 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours.
Oh my
Started about
goodness.
6.
Good stuff, guys. I want to thank everyone in the chat. We've got 1,100 people still watching. This is the great thing about Comic Artist Pro Secrets. We have the best subscribers. You guys hang with us. I love you for that. Thank you for all the super chats. Thanks for all the support that you threw behind Red Rooster, Lone Star, and Cyberfrog tonight. Thank you for how kind and funny you are. I mean, in case you don't understand, I think you guys are hilarious. Thank you for the stupid T-shirt jokes and the fat jokes. At least we've moved off the toe thumbs. I dread what's next, but I love you guys very much. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow morning with the new video. Make sure that if you haven't yet backed Lone Star, please do back Lone Star. If you haven't yet backed Red Rooster, back these gentlemen. Support these comics. Support these comics. Make sure that you get your copies. They're all going to come with trading cards, we believe, if we can get the numbers up high enough.
Yeah,
They're going to come with matching trading cards, so you'll be able to have a nice deck of trading cards if you back all of these projects. Love you all, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.